Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Back, episode 73 of the CrashOut podcast, and about to get shit cracking. Do want to apologize. Last week, your boy was working, so we wasn't able to do last week's episode. But we're gonna go over some stuff that was announced last week, as well as this week. And you already know it's always going to be a lit episode as always. You already know they call me Mr. Nano _ Blaster. You call me Nano. And hey, man, I'm excited to be here, man. Mr. Caleb, what's cracking?
Yo, it's Caleb Black Flash. Back at it again. Shoot, just chilling, trying to survive in these Marvel rival streets because they toxic. But I'm used to toxic FIFA. I'm part of the Speedstorm Sonic Racing Crossroads communities, so I'll deal with it.
Mr. Nano. How y'all doing, man? You know me already. Do I need an introduction? I thought I was him. But it's your boy Sammy Namikaze.
There's about 15,000 Himothies I see online. Everybody thinks they him, huh?
Hey, you never know, man. We might get a new viewer. Subscribers going up, so you might want to introduce yourself, my guy.
All right. Well, I'm Sammy, and if I'm not him, I could be Sim. But all jokes aside, great to be back. I know we was on hiatus for a week, but didn't matter. News was slow anyways, so you didn't really miss us. We back this week anyways. News is better anyways, and I'm excited. Been waiting on that Kingdom chapter, but I gotta wait till next week. I'm ready to go. Angel, top us off.
Whoa!
Great.
Pause. Anyway, yo, what's up, everybody? The Poppy of Speedstorm. Yo, we got another podcast for you guys. We got a lot of spicy topics to this week. It was some big news that happened the day after the would have been the podcast last week. But we do apologize. Things happen, but at least now we got a lot of news to talk about, and today should be a spicy podcast with a lot of juicy topics. So without further ado, strap up and let's get on and popping, baby.
Jay.
Oh shit.
Bobby.
Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yeah. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama. We talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja. We drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy. One wingers with the family. Black flash jamming like a lammy. Nano always understanding. Yeah. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out.
All right. I'm still posting their link, so just give me a second. I can go ahead and start it off.
Yeah, but Super Divisions Season 2 is still going strong. We missed last week, so we'll go over last week's, and then we'll go over, I guess the last 2 weeks. See the winners and losers. It's been some good matches, and I think this upcoming weekend, is the final week before the playoffs start again. So, yeah, it's been getting good. It's been getting good, but we're gonna go over it quick. Yeah, let's see. I think it was week 4. Have to go over.
Yeah, it's week 4 and then week 5.
Yeah, I'm almost done here, and I'll pull it up. I had a brain fart.
So for week 4, that was so last week. This is what we would have covered last week. But yeah, so for the matches that happened for week 4, we had Projekt K-Zeta versus BRZ New Wave. This was a rematch. All we needed was 4 people. I remember the first time, that's how I ended up joining the team, because they had 3. It was about to be a 3v4, then I joined, and I think me and Turrets came through. But I didn't play this week, but I think it was either Turrets or Galvanator. Yeah, it was Galvanator, and Projekt K-Zeta won 188 to 172. Shout out to Galvanator. But yeah, so MVP of the match was One Wing Angel. He had 56 points, absent 56. Absent and Angel, both MVP tied. Valak with 53, and then Galvanator 23. And then for BRZ New Wave, we had Casaloo with 54, Rayoni with 46, DK 40, and then Bronco with 32. So still a close match, but Projekt K-Zeta wins once again over BRZ New Wave. Then the next match we had oh snap.
Oh shit. So okay, so real quick. All right, I got the page loaded first. Hold on. I gotta get the week. Oh, why is this separated like this? What am I doing? See, this is why. There you go, week schedules. All right, so yeah, week 4 and 5, right? Yeah, week 4, yeah. So yeah, all right, yeah, New Wave, yeah. Oh, mind you, I was also MVP, and I was on the fucking Brawlers, baby. Let me talk my shit real quick. 50-point Brawlers, baby. Not many people can do that. Not many people can do that. I was one of them.
Take skill, and then also I think the Brawlers have been getting some picks lately, man. They've been getting some new characters, so it's been looking good for Brawlers. I know Brawlers for a long time, kind of on the famine side, but they started to get some new characters, man.
Yeah,
it's good to see.
I mean, also Brawl, announcement today: Merida, the first ever Disney Brawler princess, coming in the next season.
Oh, she's gonna be a brawler.
Yep. Oh, Nano said, "Ooh, oh shit." Nano back confirmed.
Character, that's the issue.
Oh,
Dang.
you know what, Caleb, you right, man.
Damn, why you gotta ruin that for Nano? You know, talk about Brave and shit like damn. He said, "Nope." Shot in the dark. That's crazy.
False hope. I have barely even doing some of the tails. You might get 8 shards, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, hey, shit. The leaks are true though. The racers so far has been right. Merida has been confirmed. Now we just wait for Rex to be confirmed. Then there you go.
So Nano don't like redheads confirmed?
Oh man, that's another redhead. I might well out on her, bro. I might. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Actually, no, never mind.
Bro, I think it's dope. I just think she's what? They're not gonna give her a season. It's just mid-season. This is my issue. It's like they're giving some of the Disney princess.
I mean, who else would you add from Brave?
Shoot, some of the other characters. Well, I mean, let's act like they ain't add no random rinky-dink characters that could have been side.
And the rinky-dink characters.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, not the rinky-dink characters, Caleb. That was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I feel you though. I feel Caleb does.
Because this sets a precedent, which means that Disney princesses just ain't gonna get their season. So Cinderella didn't, Merida isn't, which means that Princess and the Frog probably isn't going to get her characters either. It's just going to be mid-season. So.
I mean,
They're worthy of a whole season, but you know.
I mean that's game on for y'all. You know,
So like I said, I'm not going to do this cycle of because they release or they say new characters coming out, and then we act like all the mistakes and all the stuff that is plaguing the game isn't there anymore. Because at the end of the day, even if you do somehow unlock the character, you're not going to be able to level them up. I just unlocked the character, yesterday, and I only had 1,000 tune coins, and it took 800 tune coins to level up from level 1 to level 2.
Oh so. Yeah, you're right, Maisie. The superchargers also got leaked recently too. Go ahead and put the list down on YouTube, Maisie, because I forget. I know one of them's Ana. Barbosa, bro. Barbosa's getting supercharged.
He already feels supercharged. He gonna be crazy.
I believe it was Super Barbosa, right, Maisie? I remember somebody saying Barbosa, Ana, and there's a whole bunch of other ones. I think Mowgli's one of them. Mowgli's about to be OP.
Yeah, Mowgli's gonna be strong, but this Ana supercharged is gonna be the telltale if Ana is going to be fire again or forever trash. They nerfed her to the ground, and we're always thinking like, hey, whenever they give her a supercharge, she's gonna be good again. But we're gonna see. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. See if we can play Ana again. But no, that's dope.
Is she good at level 60?
I haven't tried
her. Who? Like, you mean in like private lobbies or like in just like unregulated?
Private lobbies.
I'm not sure. Nobody's been using her in divisions like that, so.
What we talking about?
Ana.
Oh yeah, no, she's trash. There's a reason why we still don't use her.
Oh man.
Supercharge will fix her though.
Potentially.
Like, yeah, so Barbosa, Ana, Angel, Mowgli, Ursula, and Anger are the next superchargers for next season. Angel can have the potential to be the next Stitch. Who said that? Hey, yo. Yeah, let me stop.
Oh, a new One Wing Angel?
Oh, shit. New main? Oh, shit. Can you imagine? Going fucking 170 miles per hour with a fucking Angel that could slow people down? That's diabolical. The new meta. But all right, yo, let's not get sidetracked, yo. Our next one, we had BRZ Legacy and soft resets.
Yeah, so week 4, soft resets win 205 to 155. So for BRZ, we had Mr. Mine with 54, Adviera with 42, Joseph with 39, and Leon with 20. And then for the soft resets, we had Elsa's husband with 54, Three-Headed Monkey with 51, Foster Denny with 50, Terrace Lynx with 42, and then Phoenix Evolved with 8. So soft resets won because their team overall consistently all scored high placements. Almost all of them scored around 40 to 50. So that was the difference maker. They were just consistent on all 4 players. So shout out to them. Then we had Cartography versus the Autothoughts. Cartography won 201 to 159. So we had Rafnu with 58. We had Cards for Ace with 55. The Stem Arc 51, and the Iceman with 37. And then for the Autothoughts, we had Symbiote with 61 MVP of the match. Gohan-san with 58. Goozy with 30, and then Guspool with 10.
Guspool was not in the match, by the way. This was a 4v3.
Oh, okay. So I guess that explains the result. I don't know why they got a name on there though. All right, then next up we had the Apex Ghost versus BRZ Paradoxo. And BRZ Paradoxo wins 200 to 160. So for Apex Ghost, we had Dino 63, trying to hold it down for his team. We had Sonic Anarchy with 37, Tom 4K 35, and Leslie with 25. And then for Cartography, we had Goblin King 65, BRZ Wolf 60, BRZ Rugal 54, and Stalox with 21. So yeah, BRZ Paradoxo holding it down against a good opponent, 40-point gap. Shout out to them.
GG's.
Then next up, we had the Lateborn versus Celestial Warriors. And we had the Celestial Warriors winning 188 to 172, so a competitive match. It was close, but Celestial Warriors, got it done. So for the Lateborn, we had Alphen with 54, Ferrari 44, Maisie with 43, Seymour with 31. And then for Celestial Warriors, we had Toxic, MVP of the match 62, Cedric 54, Hoodie 47, and then Falcon 25. One team got a win, and Celestial pulled it out, so shout out to them.
Shout out to our opponents this week.
Yeah, that's who we'll be playing.
How do you feel? You going against your arch nemesis is Toxic and Hoodie.
No, try my best. That's all you can do, right?
It's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, they've been focusing heavy on Speedstorm. I ain't really even been playing Speedstorm like that, but I'll give it a good go. See if I can see if that muscle memory kicks in. But we got and then last but not least, we got DT Wildcats versus the Dream Team. I think this is another Civil War times 2, times 3. I feel like DT stay going against each other. This time around, the Dream Team, the OG Dream Team, wins 206 to 154. So for the Wildcats, we had Hayes with 64. MVP of the match, PR Caldo with 32, Kel Girl 31, J Dunk with 27. And then for the Dream Team, we had Travity with 56, DeRomy Rome with 54, Danny Boy 917 with 52, and then DT Villain with 44.
No, this is without Sonny in the match, man. That's crazy. They definitely did their thing.
Maybe Sonny didn't want to go against Kel Girl, so he said, "All right."
No, that's the reason why he wasn't in the match. Is because it's either Kel Girl gets to race or Sonny gets to race. They can't race at the same time. They don't have 2 consoles or platforms.
Oh, okay, so one system. So hey, it looked like
Yeah, that
okay. But yeah, that is your week 4 results. Shout out to all the teams that competed. So now we're on week 5, and week 5 are the matches that happened last weekend, a couple of days ago. And so for week 5, we have BRZ New Wave versus the Soft Resets. And the BRZ New Wave, coming off of an L, ends up winning over 100 points over the Soft Resets, 236 to 124. Woo! Wild. So let's look at the score. We had BRZ DK. Look, every time they lose, they turn up. BRZ DK MVP of the match was 71 points. Rayoni was 67. Caslu with 52, and then Bronco with 46. And
also, Caslu is Lucas, 64 Lucas, by the way, if nobody knew.
Hey, okay, I was wondering.
Oh, he changed his name.
I mean, just look at how it's spelled. Caslu is technically just Lucas.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Okay.
I see how you did there.
Yeah. And then if we had Elsa's husband with 40, Fawcett Disney with 36, a 3-headed monkey 31, and Phoenix Evolved with 17. So yeah, BRZ New Wave. Woo!
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that Cartography and Idle Thoughts match. Also had there was no bans. Like no team didn't ban no racer.
Hey, which is fine, you know.
In the Discord, they were saying more teams should do that. Because
I'm with it. It's I know there are certain characters that people get annoyed of, and my thing is like, if those characters aren't banned, guess what? You can use them too. So it's still it can still be even and competitive. It's just whether or not you can use that character to play it better than the other team. But yeah, if they say that's fine, maybe more teams could do it, But yeah, next up we have BRZ Paradoxo versus the Celestial Warriors. And the BRZ Paradoxo wins 185 to 175, 10-point difference. So BRZ Paradoxo showing, another team with Wolf showing that even though some, some different squad mates, they switched it up a little bit. They are still very strong. Wolf and Rugal duo is going to be hard to beat. But Rugal MVP of the match, 62 points. Wolf with 60. Goblin Kings 51. And Stalops with 12. And then for Celestial Warriors, we had the Hoodie 57. Toxic 55. Cedric 38. And then Falcon 25. So, very competitive match. But shout out to BRZ Paradoxa for another dub. Next up, we got Cartostrophe versus the Autothoughts. And we had Cartostrophe winning 208 to 142. And then we had Rafnu at 65, the Iceman 65. Okay, Iceman. We had Cards for Ace 44 and Enzo with 34. And then for the Autothoughts, we had Gohan-san with 59, Goozy 58, and then Guspool 25. So the Autothoughts only had 3 players, so that explains why, they might have been a little bit behind. But shout out to both teams and shout out for Cartostrophe.
Oh, okay. I got confused. So they went back-to-back games. That's why I was confused. So I guess Guspool was in the race the 2 weeks ago, but not in this one. They just raced back-to-back. That's why I got confused. Okay.
Okay. Next up, we had DT Wildcats versus BRZ Legacy. DT Wildcats, after taking an L against the OG Dream Team, they came in hot, 221 to 139, almost 80-point difference. So we have Roman Dija with 67. We had PR Caldo with 57, Snack Daddy 56, and J Dunk with 41. And then for BRZ Legacy, we had Joseph 52, Advier 39, Junior 30, and then Leon 18. So shout out for the DT K-State Wildcats. Getting it done.
Man, nice to see Romanja in the competitive scene again, though. That's crazy. That's a season 1 World Cup winner right there.
Yep. Reminds me some OG times.
Sweaty times.
The next up, we had the Lateborn versus the Dream Team. The Dream Team just came off a win against the Wildcats, but against the Lateborn, they ended up losing. Lateborn 203, 157. So we had Alphin with 57, Maisie with 50, Ferrari 48, and then Sandbox with 48. So they turned up this week. And then for the Dream Team, we have Sony 63, MVP of the match, holding it down for his team. But it's a team game. We have Danny Boy 917 with 36, Travi 30, and DT Villain with 28. So they gave a good effort, but the Lateborn was locked in, probably coming off of an L. I feel like a lot of good teams, when they come off L's, they tighten up. So it looked like the Lateborn tightened up, and the Dream Team just happened to be on the receiving end this week. All right, last but not least, we have the Apex Goats versus Projekt K-Seta. And Projekt K-Seta wins 182 to 177. It's a close match. Apex Goats put up a great fight. Dino, but Projekt K-Seta got it done. So we had Dino, MVP of the match, 66 points. Sonic Anarchy with 44. Tyap 36. Nelisi, or however you want to say it, with 31. And then for Projekt K-Seta, we have One Wing Angel, 63, leading the team. Valix with 59. Absent 47, and Turrets with 13. It was a close match, but the project got it done. Shout out to the projects.
Hey, just for a team that just got, pre-created, like it wasn't even like a set in stone type of deal. It was just something that, hey, none of you guys signed up for divisions. Y'all need to make up a team right now kind of deal. That's how we all came about. Like me and Dino and Toxic's team. That's how we all came about. It was just like, hey, none of you guys signed up. Like, where's your teams? Yeah, make up teams right now. And we had a whole group chat about it, and boom, that's how it was set in stone. And it was me, Valix, and Absent, man. And it was my first time actually being in the competitive scene with a team with Valix. And shit, man, me and Valix, and Absent, we can tag team each other so well. It was amazing. We definitely played off each other really well.
Oh yeah.
Tag team each other really well.
Whoa!
Nano underscore Glenn.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Listen, I ain't say it, man. I ain't say it. But hey, man, congratulations, man. Y'all did y'all thing. It looked like.
Yeah, I mean, we fucking beat Dino. It was Dino, Tyap, Sonic, and Nell. So like it wasn't an easy fucking squad. You know what I'm saying? Like we was sweating all the way. Like we literally like it was such a close game throughout the all 10 races. Like everybody that watched divisions that weekend said this was the match of the night. Like it was like everybody was entertained from the start to finish. It was that competitive. Big shout outs to the Apex goats, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a W to be proud of, man. So I'm proud of my peoples, man. I'm proud of my people.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this for this weekend, this is the last week of Super Division Season 2. And the last matchup before we get into the playoffs. I know this is, people want to go up the ladder, the leaderboards, to see who can be the final 8. But here's what we got. We got Dream Team versus the DT Wildcats. So this is the DT Civil War times 3. So this is, the one to end them all. So we're gonna see who comes up on top on that one.
And this is a big and important one too, because whoever wins knocks the other one out of the playoffs.
Yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And then we have BRZ Paradoxo versus the Lateborn. So we got Maisie versus Wolf.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
So that's gonna be a good match. Then we got the Apex Goats versus BRZ New Wave. That's gonna be a good match, very good competitive match. Then we got Celestial Warriors versus Projekt K Zelda. This is gonna be a really competitive match. It's gonna probably come down to within 10 points, so it's gonna be interesting. We got some Toxic and Hoodie versus Angel, Absent, Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Valix.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice 4v4, yo. So it's gonna be nice. And truthfully, I chose this because it was technically supposed to be us against Wolf, and I'm like, bro, we already rematched too many times. I was like, I want to face somebody new. He was like, all right, you can do Celestial Warriors. I was like, hey, let's go.
Yep. Hey, go against the best.
Right. I want to go against Toxic and them. Like this will be our first time going against this team.
Yeah, I think he had to switch around the bracket to where we ended up going from 2nd to 4th. But
yeah,
we get to play against who you want to play against, and hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, we had to eat that up.
But we'll be all right. Then we got BRZ Legacy versus the Auto Thoughts. That's gonna be a competitive match if Auto Thoughts can get 4 players. And last but not least, we got the Soft Resets versus Cartostrophe. So honestly, this week I think it's a lot of good matchups, very even. I don't think it's like one team more stronger than the others. I think the power levels are pretty even, so it's gonna be a good week of racing. So make sure y'all stay tuned this week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Get on Twitch, get on YouTube. Make sure you follow, put the notifications on whoever you following, so you can check out Speedstorm Super Divisions at the highest level. Come on. All right, then y'all, that wraps up the divisions talk. But that's not all with Speedstorm. I know what I'm saying. We still cover a little bit of Speedstorm, and apparently there have been some releases. Speedstorm has officially revealed that Peter Pan season is finally here. We got Captain Hook, we got Peter Pan, and we got Tinkerbell. All them people crying, Tinkerbell can't be in the game. But guess what? They made it happen. You know what I'm saying? Tinkerbell's gonna be a racer.
Shit.
I mean,
the arguments people be having, like, this ain't a fucking fantasy game or something. Like, come on.
She's too small.
Yeah. Even though she got magic. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to show that on screen or I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, I got
a lot of people been wanting Peter Pan for a minute, and so it's not 4 races unfortunately, but it is at least y'all getting the season. So make sure you do your Tails event so you can have a chance to unlock them, guys. But
nothing tells you. It's crazy.
It'll be a new map, right? I believe with this, it'll be new map. It won't just be no recolor or reskin. That's what they've been doing with the in between seasons, like the villain season. No new maps, but they just recolor, they changed the time of day from day to night. But this time around, we're gonna get a new map, a new character. So for all of the people who are still straggling along Speedstorm, hey, we got some content coming. But here's the thing. I mean, people have put in so much time and money. I feel like some people are just never gonna quit Speedstorm. It's too deep, too much investment. Which ain't no wrong with that, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah.
Damn, I don't have my window.
But I guess some more racing news. Oh, wait, you showed it on screen?
Okay, so yeah, there's Peter Pan. He's a defender.
Ooh, defender.
He is a defender right there.
Peter Pan's the defender. Tinkerbell is a speedster, so speedsters are eating.
And
then Captain Hook is he a brawler or a trickster?
He is a brawler.
Okay, so another one for the brawlers. So Angel, yeah, you might get some more if you brawlers, But
okay, so that.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the Peter Pan coming to the game? I know this is a season Sammy's been wanting for a long time. So Sammy, it's gonna bring you back to the game.
Come on, man. You already know the answer.
Yeah, that man ain't doing shit, bro. So yeah, there's Tinkerbell. Look at the cart. She don't look too bad.
I think they look good though. I think the characters do look good, and yeah, I agree with you, Caleb. I remember when motherfuckers was telling me, "Oh, Tinkerbell can't be a racer. She's too small." Like,
let me see if I can pull it up.
How many characters people then said couldn't be in the game, and these motherfuckers in the game now. So
right, and with Disney games, if they want to make a character in the game, they gonna put them in. Disney had a skateboarding game, and they have freaking Simba, skateboarding on the on the scooter or whatever the hell. They gonna, and I mean, shoot, like
okay, there we go.
In, they brought freaking King Triton doesn't even have feet. You know what I'm saying? So how's he hitting the gas?
Bro,
we're trying to bring in real life logic into the into a magical game.
Tinkerbell.
That's what always cracks me up.
And then also the mid-season, aka the one I just said, Brawler Merida. Look at how beautiful. She looks amazing. Another redhead. Another redhead in Poppy's collection. Who said that? Oh shit. And a real one too. Ah. Peter Pan is rare, Captain Hook is common, and then I'm assuming Tinkerbell then is the epic. I mean, Tinkerbell about to be fucking OP. Oh, said that.
Yeah, basically because we did on a previous episode, we had covered all of the Fortnite Disney collabs, and we were like, "Yo, if it's in Fortnite, it's going to come to Speedstorm." It looks like it's still been the case. I remember they did add. That was like during the Incredible seasons, but we were like, "Oh, are they going to add Peter Pan?" So they might have not did it immediately, but we finally got it. So. If you want to see if there's going to be a new season, look at Fortnite. Sometimes if there's a Disney collab, chances are they're also going to come to Speedstorm. So, just if you're looking at the pattern, you know what I'm saying. So,
it ain't gonna bring me back though. Unfortunately, these packs is getting way too expensive. Like $50 packs, $100 packs. And now you can't even get the characters guaranteed.
Well, Sammy, quit sucking and just get top 3.
That's what I was trying to say. Well, I'm joking. That's crazy. That's crazy.
There's 60,000 players, and only the top 10 are gonna, or top 3 are gonna get enough shards to unlock the character. Something like that. If you don't want to gamble for them or just straight up pay. So,
just not a good look. Game loft.
But yeah, we only need to spend 2 hours talking about it because we already know what it is until they do some changes. Oh, I think they did add something. It was they have Toon Coin tail events. So that people are so broke with Toon Coins that now they're having Tails events, and your reward is getting 500 Toon Coins. So, which still ain't enough, but it's kind of funny that they're doing that. But yeah, I guess in more racing news, for all my Sonic people, Ariel or Arad is having a festival tomorrow. So if you want to try her out, she is unlocked right now. She is live. So if you want to try out Arale, and then to make sure you do the festival, get at least 1,000 points so you can unlock all of the festival rewards. So that's just Sonic Racing Crossworlds news.
I gotta hop on for that. I almost forgot that was happening.
Yes, sir. Mario Kart, I've been out the loop. Sorry, guys.
I think everybody's been out the loop for that game.
And then Kirby All-Star Racing, I just haven't got the game yet, to be honest. Which, I'll get eventually. But yeah, I think that's all the racing news we got, but we do got some more gaming. I believe we got some spooky news. All my Dead by Daylight heads, you know what I'm saying? We got some horror stuff. So I guess Sammy or Nando, y'all can start that. What's going on with the horror side of gaming?
So Dead by Daylight's been around for almost about 10 years. I want to say
They
10 years.
finally
in
put
June.
actual Trapper in the game. That's what happened.
So the first, correct me if I'm wrong now, but the first licensed killer to enter that game was Michael Myers.
I think so.
So when everyone saw him in the game, everyone got hyped. Like, oh my gosh, the first known killer in the game. Well, not known killer, but in terms of franchises in the horror genre, he's like the first one to come to the game. No one thought he was going to come to the game. They thought it was going to be original characters and original killers. He came to the game and opened the floodgates. Shortly after him, Leatherface came to the game, Ghostface came to the game, Freddy Krueger came to the game, Hellraiser came to the game. And at some point, people were like, well, hold up. You have everybody here, but where's Jason?
Yep.
So Behavior said, hold my beer for 10 years. And, on the 10th year, Jason has been announced for the 10th anniversary of Dead by Daylight.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man.
excited,
You
though.
asked me to hold my beer for 10 years to wait on something? That's crazy.
Did they add Bloody Freddy yet? I don't know if y'all watch It's Real 85, but did they add Bloody Freddy's in the game?
Nah, I think it's already regular.
That's funny, bro. Actually, do watch It's Real 85. Bloody Freddy, man. Hey, I'll be against it, bro.
Yeah, they gotta add Bloody Freddy to Dead by Daylight, man. But Jason's there. Jason is there.
Jason is there. They kind of changed the lore on him because something going on with the rights to Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
But they announced him as Jason Voorhees, but in the game he's just called Jason, and it's a collaboration with Jason Universe. So for those of you who don't really know what's going on, the people that own Jason's rights, the IP holders, I think it's split between a couple of states, and one of them collabed with Behavior to give us Jason, which was Jason Universe. But I guess one of the things they had to do in order to uphold this license was to change, I guess, his lore a little bit. So Nano, I'm not sure if you know this, but he actually had a fight with the unknown from Greenville.
I don't think they have any bans then at this point then.
The unknown killer.
That could be why. Nobody submitted bans.
So basically, the Jason killer that's coming to the game already knows another killer in the game, which is the unknown. And he apparently doesn't come from Camp Crystal Lake. He comes from Greenville town.
That's the lore they're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not against it. We did get Jason. We got 80% of Jason. And from what I saw in the clips of his powers and his ability, ooh boy, he looks good. Pause.
Yeah, he actually looks pretty good. I think he's gonna
does.
be a pretty good killer, but
He's gonna be very
he
popular.
he is. But here's the thing, though, Sammy. You are gonna have to have some type of aim with him, though.
Yep, he is a projectile-based killer. So if you're a Huntress main, you're gonna love this killer. Honestly, now that I think about it, he's a cracked Huntress. For any good Huntress main, if they play on Jason, they'll be crazy. Because the Huntresses that
That's
have
true.
crazy aim are not gonna have mobility on top of that. And you can impale survivors on walls and shit. Like you're just giving
Yep.
Huntress mains too many options to be good.
That's true.
I'm excited to play with this new character.
Yeah.
They did also say that there's not gonna be a map though, so we'll have to see.
I mean, I think at this point, we just happy that Jason in the game, right? Because for the longest time, we didn't even think it would be possible for him to get in the game because of the license issues that were going on.
Hey, Nano, some people were saying Jason's coming to the game as a trapper skin.
Bro, that would be horrible, man.
Oh
That would be trash. But you know what I will say though? I actually thought they were gonna give him like throwing knives from like Friday the 13th because he has those.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought they were gonna give him his ability as well, where he can like teleport across the map, kind of thing.
He can.
Kind of, but not really.
Oh, you thought they were gonna give him some insta blink shit?
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man.
That's probably asking too much. It would have broke the game.
that is. I think they found a fine balance with what they got now, because you don't want to make him way too oppressive with his mobility. There's already
Might as well. We've been waiting 10 years for this shit. Might as well release him broken.
Listen, people gonna get him anyways, bro. I don't know. He might be balanced right now. I mean, I think he's only on a PTB, so we're just gonna have to wait. Do we have any idea when he's actually coming to the game?
Was it June 16th? If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it sounds like it's not too far away. So usually when killers
June 16th.
Usually when new characters and killers come to the game, they're on the PTB first. We gotta wait a couple weeks, and then they're in the game. So
yeah, it's about 2 weeks after they drop into the PTB that they release, something like that.
Yeah, man, it was so crazy that even one of my brothers said they're gonna play Dead by Daylight now that Jason's in the game.
Shit.
So he's bringing players to the game, man.
Yo, they're stealing because there was a game called Friday the 13th with Jason or something like that, and Dead by Daylight said, "We taking all." Well, now we got Jason in our game too, so ain't nobody gonna be playing Friday the 13th no more.
You can't play Friday the 13th no more.
They shut down the servers. That's why.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why the game got shut down. Now Jason's in Dead by Daylight. Okay, there we go.
The funny thing is, you know how we say, Arc Raiders is the Fortnite of the extractions, Fortnite of the BRs and whatever. The Dead by Daylight is actually the Fortnite of asymmetrical or horror games. Anytime another competitor comes to the genre, they get killed off within a month, cannibalized.
That's pretty accurate. Because we saw what happened with Texas, man.
Yeah, Texas. Man, honestly, Texas was a good game. It's just the developers, they dropped the ball on that one. Friday was a good game until the licensing issues. That game died as well. Evil Dead was a good game too, but not enough people were playing it, even though you can still play it right now. Like all these games came out, and the developers and studios didn't come out saying, "Oh, we're gonna be the DBD killer," or nothing like that. They just put out the game that they wanted to make. It's the community, the people behind these games playing them, talking about, "Oh, this game's gonna kill Dead by Daylight," and Dead by Daylight has a toxic ass community, so these people go over there, play it, they enjoy it, and then they dip immediately and go back to DBD like nothing happened. And then those games die with the quickness. The only game that stood the test of time for like a little bit, I want to say, was Texas Chainsaw. and then Friday the 13th when Friday just dropped. Other than that, every game got the hell up out of there. So my thing is now Halloween's supposed to come out later this year, and Michael Myers is no longer in Dead by Daylight unless you bought the character because his license got revoked. Same with Hellraiser, his license got revoked. He also has a game on the way. It's funny how anytime there's a game on the way for these killers, they leave Dead by Daylight. Like they're trying to compete with their game, and then they end up losing anyways. And then the character comes back in the game. But my thing is now, Michael Myers is kind of in the same situation that Jason was before Jason came to the game. Like he had his own game, and for a while it could compete with Dead by Daylight. Everyone's saying good things about this game, but do you think Michael Myers' Halloween game is going to be able to compete with Dead by Daylight, Nano?
I don't know, bro. Because
Mind you, hold on. It's the same studio that made Friday.
I mean, Friday wasn't competing with Dead by Daylight either. But to be honest, they kind of fucked themselves. So, and I know the licensing thing kind of fucked them too. But right now, Dead by Daylight just got all the crossovers, man. That's like the popular asymmetrical game right now.
Yep. Why play as one
Now-
killer when I can play as all the killers?
Now, here's the thing, though. It
Mhm.
depends because I think games like Halloween, it might attract some players, man. So it really depends. But I think right now, Dead by Daylight got the mantle. So, Halloween's going to have to come out optimized. And, gameplay gotta be fire, man. So, and is that game going to be like multiplayer?
It is. The Hellraiser game won't be multiplayer, but the Halloween game is going to be multiplayer like Friday was.
Yeah, Hellraiser, that's like its own thing. That's gonna be like a solo horror.
Yeah, that's a one and done kind of game.
I'm not really worried about it competing with Dead by Daylight now. Halloween,
Yeah.
it might be more in the realm of like a Dead by Daylight type game. So we'll see.
It's
But I'm
crazy
looking forward
because
to it.
speaking about Halloween, apparently John Carpenter is making a Halloween game separate from this one, and it's going to be made by the studio that made the Evil Dead game. And they're going to use Unreal Engine 5. So this is kind of crazy. So it looked like this is why Michael Myers got pulled from Dead by Daylight. He got a couple games coming out, and they're trying to make their money.
Okay. Hey, well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to
We
it.
need more horror games for real.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the way I look at it is the way I look at Arc Raiders and everything else. DVD is the Fortnite of the horror genre.
Yep.
And no matter what other game tries to repeat it, you can't duplicate it because why play as one killer when you can play them as all? Like like Sammy said.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yep.
Like, granted, you're gonna have a watered down killer, but you have that killer in the game. You can okay, I don't want to play as Leatherface no more. Let me play as Michael Myers. I don't want to play as Michael Myers no more. Let me play as Jigsaw or the Pig. Let me play as I don't know, Alien.
Or Chucky, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Demigorgons. Like, there's so many fucking killers in the game. It's crazy. I don't even play DBD, and I know all the damn
To
killers.
play that game, it's just, if you just are really a fan of another series and you want that series to go more in depth on that character, then you play, that specific game.
But mind
Like
you,
Alien.
some of these killers, they don't even have their own game. So this is the only way you get to play them.
That's true.
That's another thing.
Like, horror games don't get that kind of love. So
horror games, there's Predator, Alien and Predator games. There's
that's about it, really.
Jason,
Michael Myers, and now Leatherface. That's about it. Like, Scream don't have his game. You think Scream would have a game? He don't have his own game. They did have a couple Saw games, but it's not what you think it is. It's more like puzzles. Slenderman has a game. He's not in Dead by Daylight, but they're also saying that he might be coming to the game in the leaks. So Like, do I play the Slender Man games by myself, or do I play Dead by Daylight going up against Slender Man or playing as Slender Man? Like, when you have an option like that, it kind of takes away from like playing the solo games.
Yep.
But I'm just excited that he finally came to the game. You know, it was better late than never. I know it took 10 years, but shit, if you knew what was going on behind closed doors with the licensing on his IP, you'd understand why it probably took them 10 years.
Yep. That's true.
That's probably why we haven't even seen a Jason movie in a minute. Like, we've seen Freddy Krueger, we've seen Michael Myers, we've seen Leatherface. Like, we haven't seen Jason since, when's the last Jason movie that came out?
Friday the 13th.
Wait, what year was that?
2013, I think.
Like 10 years. There you go. So you know some shit's going on if they can't even drop a movie for him. Well, yeah, that's the news on Dead by Daylight and Jason. Like, community is really happy right now. It's in a good place. And next month, I could see the player count going crazy. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that.
Oh, yeah.
When does it come out?
It is, because I think for Jason is probably the most wanted killer for
Yep.
that game.
If I had to compare it to like a Disney Speedstorm season that was like most anticipated, what we're saying, either Incredibles or Cars,
Yep.
I would compare it to those two seasons.
Yep.
I mean, Jason is a big like, you know, horror killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like an icon. You know, Freddy versus Jason.
He's
Like,
one of the big three at the time, right? It was what, him,
Freddy
Krueger,
and Michael Myers.
and
Yeah, I think those are the big three.
Leatherface, but yeah.
Yeah, man. DVD about to skyrocket, man. You know, I just started playing the game again. You know what I mean? So
It's like this game will never die, bro. Dead by Daylight's been out for how long? Like, how many years?
I mean, it's a unique genre. It does the game well. It's fun, like Rocket League. It deserves the games that do well, fun, and are giving the community content what they want. They should last.
Oh no, I love when the
DC
game lasts long. I do, I really do.
Now I will say, DC Online is lasting a little too, or something, but like that game too old. But so, quick thing though. Speaking of games with longevity, Rocket League is a base finally getting the update, and with the update, they showed that there was a new engine coming out, Unreal Engine 6. Rocket League will be the first game to be on Unreal Engine 6. They showed off a little trailer, show what it looked like, the grass, all of the stuff. It looks amazing. So, you know, Rocket League ain't going nowhere.
You know, I mean, I guess since we're like talking about this, we might as well segue into the Unreal Engine 6 conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm about to pull out the trailer for Rocket League, so everybody can see it.
I was surprised. I'm like, people like, yo, we just got.
I might have to hop back on fucking Rocket League, man, with this Unreal Engine 6 post, man.
It's crazy to mention that because there was leaks for Dead by Daylight and their updated visuals, map changes, and character models. And a lot of people are speculating because the new Unreal Engine 6 is about to drop. And they might have had like an early build of it.
Yeah. It's possible, man. It is possible.
They doing all this when Jason drops? Like, holy.
Is the future.
I mean, one can only hope, right?
Is
I got to be honest. Rocket League is probably top 5 funnest games of all time. So for it to finally get an update, man, that's a huge dub. That was the only thing holding that game back. I feel like it's just like the graphics were just a little outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the details of the cars look amazing, bro.
It was fire though.
I'm talking about for the game that it is, it have like the highest quality of graphics, which is finally getting.
I don't know, man. I think Rocket League got some amazing graphics.
Nah, no, it don't. Nah.
You don't think so?
It's not bad, but it's not great. I'm talking about great.
Right there.
I mean, you got the game came out.
Oh, come on, Nano. Even facelift. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fortnite got that Unreal. Not even
Now, what they should
Yeah,
have
but
done
that doesn't mean the game was
rocket
like,
racing around.
Rocket League was on like
looking
This
though.
that game could have
four, bro. Like that game definitely needed a facelift. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it looked bad, but it was like Unreal Engine 4. Come on, that's a little outdated. But they finally upgrading.
And that was yeah, they definitely did. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what else comes out in Unreal Engine 6.
If I'm being honest with you, the only thing, because I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of people look at Unreal 5 engine as kind of like a joke. But Unreal 6, the only thing that I really hope for is I hope it makes the process of developing games easier and more efficient for devs. That's the only thing that I hope.
I wouldn't say Unreal Engine's a joke. The issue is every studio is using Unreal Engine because not every studio has their own proprietary engine. Like not everyone could be Ubisoft with the Anvil engine. Not everyone could be Cryotech with the Cry engine. Like you know what I mean? Like
Destiny with the Tiger engine.
Yes, even Halo at one point had their own engine, which was the Slip Space engine. They got rid of it to use Unreal Engine. And if you saw the trailer for Combat Evolve or Campaign Evolved, like there was some jitters and stuff like that, some stuttering in the trailer. I'm like, I wonder why. Not everyone is technical to use Unreal Engine, and that's why we got a lot of unoptimized games using that engine. I think the only studios really that could use the engine to like a technical masterclass are those from Epic Games and what's the studio behind Gears of War? The Coalition, is that the team? Because they're the ones that always do the tech demos for Unreal Engine, if you noticed that. When they did the Matrix one, they were helping Epic Games with that tech demo.
Okay. I did hear that Unreal Engine 5, it's kind of more, it doesn't specialize in anything, but
it's the
it makes it to
PS5
where
of the Unreal, man.
everything you could like do it, like you could do a lot of variety of different things.
Yeah,
So
you could pretty much it's pretty open. Like I have Unreal Engine 5. I've used it to mess around and do other things, but nothing really serious. But like you can make mobile games out of it. Like it's very easy. You could also make open world games out of it. Obviously, like it's so open to the point where there's not really a specialization on what you can make. You can just make everything. And the problem is there's no real there's a manual obviously, but there's no real guide onto how to make some of these games. They leave like a blueprint behind some of the epic games that have already came out. So I think what's the other game? Was it Pantheon or something like that? The mobile game that they had, Epic Games. They have that in the demos that you could use to make your own game, your own mobile game from scratch. They have this first-person shooter game that you could use to make your own first-person shooter, and you could use a lot of the assets and flip them to make your game. So it's very open. The issue is really the studios. Most of the studios that use Unreal Engine 5, they don't know how to use Unreal Engine 5. And it shows in terms of optimization. It shows in terms of like bugs in the games that they face. It shows in terms of performance. So, as great as the engine is, if you don't know what you're doing or don't know how to use it to like the degree you need for it to be putting out games at a quality standpoint, then you're not going to benefit using the engine. That's like me having a Ferrari and I can't drive. What am I going to do with that?
I feel you. Or you're not a good driver.
That too. Even worse. I'm gonna be on the road killing people.
Yep, that's facts. Hey man, See, man, excited for UR6.
What real
No.
games do you guys think would benefit from Unreal Engine 6 apart from obviously Rocket League racing or
A lot of
League,
games.
say?
Any game that's
I hope
using Unreal Engine 5.
yes, pretty much. The Unreal Engine game 5 are already look good looking, but 6, if they stepping it over even higher, they're getting to the some photorealistic stuff. Hey, every game needs to be on there. I think it's almost like the technology is advancing exponentially. That's why we're getting consoles and engines faster than we usually get. Because we're used to like a kind of like a timeline, like a 5-year, 10-year timeline cycle. No, it's like, hey, they get the technology. They said forget the 5. We on the 6. So I feel like they're coming out with the 6 for these new next gen consoles that will be coming out.
I think a game that could use some love from this, the Speedstorm, but the state that the game is in, honestly.
Yeah, it could.
I don't even think the Game Loft would even do it. Like, just upgrade the engine. And if they do, they'll probably charge people for the game.
They probably would, bro. Probably would.
Yeah, I agree with Nano. I just feel like every game that's using the 5 should use it, because I know there are some games that look good on Horizon Forbidden West, like the Horizon Zero Dawn series has their own engine.
Horizon's been on Unreal? I thought it was
No, they got their own. I'm just saying, like, do they need to move to the 6? I mean, I think the engine they have is fine. My only criticism,
it looks good.
Yeah, it does. My only criticism with the Horizon engine is they make Aloy look like super really, really good, but then sometimes the NPC don't look as good as Aloy. If they can make it to the NPC,
into some of these characters.
yeah. If they wanted to, though, they could do a little bit better on the NPC. But yeah, there's some games they just already have good. But I feel like this is gonna be good for fighting games, because fighting games are gonna be looking really good. So on and so forth. So
I think a lot of the fighters have their own engines too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know which ones currently are using Unreal Engine 5. I could be wrong.
Like, imagine Street Fighter 7 on like Unreal Engine. Like, I see it looking good, because what people aren't thinking is, because in some of these games you can create your own character. Imagine being able to character in an Unreal Engine 6 type of game. It'll be looking really good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we can only see, but like I said, the main thing for me is I just want devs to be able to, optimize their game for more efficiently. It means they can work on games faster. Games will come out less broken on Unreal Engine, so on and so forth.
Yeah, maybe with the 6, it allows easier optimization. Maybe that's one of the things they.
No, well, speaking of 6 and good-looking games, what better way to segue over to Forza Horizon 6? That game has been out about a week now. I want to say, Angel. What it dropped? What, the 18th, 19th?
Yeah.
Boy, that game like just took off. All gas, no brakes. Did like 0 to 100 in like 3 seconds. That game is just steamrolling right now. I know when it did the early access kind of thing, you know how some games have early access, you got to pay an extra like $20 to get in once you get the pre-order bundle or whatever the case is. So they had that. And at the time they had close to 200,000 people on Steam playing that game. And there was about 3 million people playing the early access based on the leaderboards that you can check. And then the game dropped like a week later. The Steam numbers damn near doubled. And then on top of that, the leaderboard player count doubled to like 6 million. Like, this game is going crazy right now. Like, I've been playing it nonstop since it released. and I've been enjoying my time in Japan. You know, the stream snipers are in Japan, y'all.
Important to Sammy.
So would you say
What
this
is
is
this
like
portal?
one of the better races you play in recent time?
Yeah. Honestly,
Hey, bro.
it sold 5 million copies so far. You know, 42% of that is on Xbox. The other 58% is on PC. This game is beautiful. The last game, Horizon 5, I never played it, but it looked great. The fact that it ran well, it was well optimized, and it looked so good is the reason why they won a couple of awards for like technical stuff, like the technical awards at the Game Awards. They won some of those because the game looked good and it ran well. Now, this game is the highest rated game of the year so far, probably the most played game of the year so far. And they're getting 10s out of 10s. IGN gave it a 10. When's the last time you heard a good game getting a 10 from IGN? A perfect score. You got reviewers calling up the ass from every corner of the internet talking about this game is a masterpiece. Like, I was going to check out Forza Horizon 6 regardless without all this praise. But seeing all this praise had me question, like, what the hell is going on? So it made me think about buying the early access. I didn't because I already missed a couple days, but I got on day one.
I think what I guess, you know, got my interest in the game a little bit is when I seen the race between you racing a Gundam in the game in Forza 6.
Yes.
So you get the race against a Gundam. That was impressive. So I don't know if we're gonna show that or not, but I did think that was impressive.
Yeah, that one was cool. Like, when I saw that, I couldn't believe they added that to the game. I was like, what? You race against it? Like, I couldn't fathom you racing a Gundam. I get it, we're in Japan, but I'm just like, I think the game's just gonna be solely about racing. Lo and behold, they bring a mecha that you gotta race. I'm like, oh shit.
And they didn't break it down either.
Nope. Life-size mecha. Honestly, I was kind of waiting for me to race against a Naruto runner at that point. Might as well. I know Angel's been on the game. I think Angel was on the game before me, actually.
Wait, Angel been on the game?
Yup. Angel been on the game.
Yeah, I played here and there.
I've seen some of his stuff on the leaderboards. Yeah, I've been,
Hold on, Angel, what you think of the game, man?
I dig it. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, you know, I always digged Forza Horizon. I just never really stuck with it, I guess. Like, you know, like, it's fun, but like, it's also a learning curve at the same time. It's different than the other kart racer arcade games, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, like, Forza, it might be a little arcadey, but it's also still simulation at the same time. So it's not a full arcade type of racer.
Yeah, it's not like Need for Speed.
Yeah, I love the feel of Need for Speed Underground, and I wish there was another racing game that had the same feeling of Need for Speed Underground.
So, do you see yourself finishing this game?
I could probably finish this game, yeah. I mean, the cars look beautiful, the game looks beautiful. I mean, y'all want to see, yo, bro, I got this shit cranked up to the max settings possible, and
I just want to see what it looks like on the PC, because I know what it looks like when I play it on the TV screen, and it looks good. I want to see how much of a difference it makes playing on your monitor.
Like, you see everything from the details, from the rain, the water physics looks amazing, you see all the leaves all detailed. Like, I think, like, are you watching this video? I think mine's look a little bit better than what this guy has on their settings.
He's on max settings too?
I don't know who, like, what settings this person has, but I don't think it's maxed. I could be wrong though. But going against this robot guy is crazy, you know. Like, I seen this, I was like, yo, racing against a robot is crazy.
Yeah, I saw saw people that was saying people were like getting early access before early access people.
Yep, they were hacking the game and getting to play the game early, and then they were getting banned for 10,000 years.
Oh,
Yeah, GG to them because
I mean, if they were smart enough, they would fucking hack into it with an alt account, so that alt account got banned and not their actual account.
Angel, they got hardware bans. They ain't coming back.
Oh, they got hardware bans. Crazy.
Yeah. I never heard of that shit. Your whole PC getting banned is crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Think about it. Their family generations won't even be able to play this game. Their great ain't never seen the side of this game, bro. At that point, it's gonna be like a Horizon 10 or whatever the case is. But 10,000 years, man, crazy.
Yeah, that's diabolical. I think they went overboard.
They need to do this because
Yeah, they do.
to set an example because
Yep.
we're reading my cheaters cheat because they can go, they just ban my account. I just buy another account. I mean, they're never gonna leave, and you have to kind of put on a big ban hammer if you want people to take it seriously and be like, you know what, maybe I don't cheat and ruin other gamers' experiences, because if I do, I might not ever get to play the game that I love. So, and if I,
all they get to play now is that build that they have at the game, which will never get updated, and they're just gonna be stuck with that shit.
Unless they offline update it.
Just a quick thing with Marvel Rivals, there's been an epidemic with cheaters and stuff, and I think NetEase had to put out a statement regarding that. I think they already banned like 500 accounts, IP address, and all of that. There was people cheating in bronze, people cheating in Grandmaster. It's just like, dang, people losing their account.
Cheating in bronze,
lowest rank. Yeah, cheating in bronze where they got auto. Like, basically, if they're not aiming at the person, the bullet will still give a headshot. So people was doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's crazy, but I'm glad companies around the way are taking a harsh stance on cheaters, because the people who come off of work a long day and they want to have fun and they don't want to just have games because somebody's cheating, somebody's not even good, doesn't take the time to get better at the game, just puts in a hack and then runs lobbies. It's just forget all of that. That's scum.
Like I say, how you play video games shows a lot about you outside of a video game.
Yep.
But I'm excited for the Playground games, or Turn 10 is the one that makes the Forza Motorsport games. I think it's the Playground games that makes Forza Horizon. So I'm excited for Playground games. I believe they're the same group that's also making Fable.
Yes, it is.
I'm excited to see what Fable's gonna look like now.
Yeah, I mean, if this game looks beautiful, I can only imagine how they're doing Fable, and I'm actually low-key excited after playing Forza Horizon what Fable's gonna be.
Yeah, because if you look at the environments, like the different biomes that you could race through, like the bamboo forest section and all that stuff, like it has me wondering, what's the biomes gonna look like in Fable?
Yeah, it's gonna and Fable's fantasy too, so it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So, good job on Playground Games. You got a banger and a racer. This is guys, possibly the first time ever, take that in, ever, a racing game or sports game could ever be nominated for Game of the Year. Whatever we can do to get this game nominated for Game of the Year, I'm not saying it needs to win, but get it nominated. Whatever we got to do to get it nominated, let's try and do it, because
is it coming to PS5?
We could do it. We're not sure. There is a release date.
Isn't this like a Xbox type of game usually?
Yeah, but 5 came to the PS5. But ever since Asha Sharma came in, she's been listening to a lot of requests from gamers that play on the Xbox, and one of them was bringing back exclusives, and she says she's looking at it. I know Forza Horizon 6 had like a 6-month exclusivity on Xbox before it comes to PlayStation. I don't know if that gets reviewed because of this. I don't know if Fable even launches on PS5 anymore because of this. Like, a lot of the games that are supposed to release on PS5 that haven't released yet might not even get released on PS5 now because of this. Regardless of all that, if this is the first and only chance we can get a racing game nominated for Game of the Year, I think we should do it for Forza Horizon 6.
Hold on. So let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought you like lost all faith in the Game Awards, man. I thought you didn't give no credence.
I did, Nano. But now the fact that we can make some history is on the line.
Oh, so now you want to hop back in? Okay.
Sammy's trying to be on the way. That's what it is.
Nah. I'm just saying. If everybody's trying to give love to this game, mind you, it's a racer, and racers don't get love for Game of the Year award. Why not buy into that shit? Yeah, I'll let you use me, but guess what? We're gonna get this game nominated. You don't nominate racing games. You don't take racing games or sport games serious. They're not real video games or whatever the case or argument you may have for them. Guess what? We're gonna get this game nominated. How about that? And you can't tell us, oh, well, it's not the game. Well, didn't you just say this game was a masterpiece? I heard your mouth. Didn't you guys give this game a 10 out of 10? IGN, I saw you. There's no way you can run around this shit no more. We got evidence.
Right,
we got receipts.
Hold on. So I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
If Forza gets nominated for Game of the Year,
Yep.
I want to hear you apologize
What?
to the Game of the Year awards.
Okay, fine. I'll do that then.
All right.
I'll do it. If that's what I gotta do for us to get this game nominated, I'll do it. I don't care. I'm looking at the bigger picture, Nano, which is getting a racing game on the board for the first time ever.
I feel that. And if it gets there, then it's rightfully deserved.
Yeah, and I'll apologize on the episode for that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Wolf just sent a paragraph in here. Forza 6 is my first Forza. I love the gameplay, but I need to say the game gives me car every second and there no boss or good progression. That's my feedback. I'm kind of lost in the lore. Yeah, so Wolf, every time you do like you complete a challenge, you get like a wheel spin, and the wheel spin gives you a chance to either get cosmetics for your character, a new car, or some credits, and credits is money in the game. So it gives people a good way to earn either money or cars without having to go the hard way and buying the cars at like store value. Like sometimes you can either get the car for free, you find them in the world and get them at a discount, or you got to go to the store and buy them at like actual value. So I think this is a good way to help build up your car library, because I believe there's an achievement for having every car in the game, and there's like over 600 cars. So could you imagine having to save up how many millions of credits just to get every car in the game? I couldn't. Like I just told Nano and Caleb earlier, I spent like 1.5 million credits on like 8 different cars, and I couldn't win the event race with those cars. I have to sell them. Well, I'm in the process of selling them back to get some of my money back, because 1.58 million credits don't grow on trees, man. As much as they'll give it back to you in free wheel spins and stuff like that, it ain't easy getting that much money like that. Some people are exploiting the game to get money. That's how bad it is. But yeah,
I don't. I guess this is my last thing to say about Forza, but I'm not playing. Like I don't play Forza, but I think like I hear about Forza, but I think this is the first time I'm seeing these numbers from Forza. But I don't know. Is this something like, are these numbers like par for the course for Forza? Is this something they always do?
which
I don't
numbers?
usually like the sales.
Oh,
Isn't it
so
selling like really good?
in terms of like motorsports like the flagship franchise, because it started the whole Forza series. But Horizon, ever since I want to say Horizon 4, has overtook Motorsport, so it's the more popular game. So Horizon gets all the sales. Like you still have the diehard Forza fans, like how you have the diehard Gran Turismo fans. But in terms of like racing, this game appeals more to like the casual racer because it's not sim,
Okay.
but it's not 100% casual either, if that makes sense.
Okay.
In all racing games I've played, you create a connection with the cars, you put effort into equipping them, but everything seems disposable. It depends. Like before I do a race or an event, I look at the cars that are there's like a list of cars that you can only use for that event. And if I have a specific car that I like and I could use it for that event, I'll just upgrade and tune the car so I can use it for that event. I don't like having too many cars and upgrading them all. That's just me, just because, like you said, I like to be personable with my cars and my collection. So I'm very big on JDM. So I like, the Nissans, I like the Mitsubishis, I like the Toyotas. So for me specifically, yep, Subarus as well. So if I'm doing a rally race, Wolf, I'll pull out an Impreza, I'll pull out a STI. Like I'm only gonna use Imprezas or Lancers because they're mainly known as rally cars. And if I'm doing a street race, I'm pulling out a Nissan. I'm pulling out maybe a GTR. If I'm doing a drift challenge, I'm probably using a Nissan 350Z, 370Z. I'm not gonna go and just use any car. I know there's European cars, there's Audis, BMWs. I don't like driving Mercedes Benzes, BMWs, and Audis. Like they're cool to race sometimes, like on a drag. But if you ask me if I would choose like maybe a Nissan GTR versus like an Audi R8, I'm gonna use the GTR. But that's just me. Everyone has a different preference. Like some people like muscle. There's a couple muscle cars in the game. Some people like European cars, but for me, I like Japanese cars.
They just need to fuck around. Give us a Forza Underground. Who said that?
Forza Underground. You gonna say they trying to jock their wave?
Well, I mean, they're not. I mean, they're not making Underground 3. So, I mean, what do I got to complain about?
Why would they call it? I wouldn't want them to call it Underground.
No, well, Forza Street Racing or something. Something along the lines like basically Underground vibes. Street racing, neon lights. Window tints. Just the street racing culture.
What about Forza Club or Forza Midnight or Midnight Forza?
Something like. Well, then that's just jocking off the Midnight Club series, my guy. What the fuck?
I might as well because that franchise looks like it's dead. Rockstar don't give a shit.
They're just busy making GTA 6.
And they putting their little racing game in GTA 6 online.
I would just love an Underground 3. Truthfully, I say this time and time again. I will love to get a Need for Speed Underground 3.
Everyone would love to play that. Everyone would also love to play another Midnight Club.
Like, I don't understand why they don't make it.
And Rockstar don't give a damn about what we think.
No, obviously not. There's a lot of companies that don't give a damn about what we think. Let's be honest. What?
We must have Neon DLC. It's Japan Forza. Honestly,
yeah, that's what I said. How can you not incorporate the street racing culture with neon lights, the window tints, and shit like that, the body kits? When literally that culture is literally like the pinnacle in Japan.
We got body kits and window tints. We just don't got the neon lights.
So you do got window tints. I must not have got that far. You can window tint your car?
Yeah, you can window tint your car.
So we just don't have the neon lights.
We don't have neon lights.
Yeah. Well, do you have body kits though? Like, I mean, there's body kits and then there's street racing body kits. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I had bought a BMW and I was shocked when I went in there and I looked at the what's it called? One of the settings for tuning the car, and then it said there's body kits for this car. Like, not specifically just adding on like a wing or anything like that. Like, it was literally a Liberty Walk body kit. I was like, what? I put that shit on.
Okay. I mean, I haven't really explored deep in Forza, so like, but I do know that there's no neon. And imagine driving at night with the neon with underglow, bro. With underglow
by the mountains where you can do the drifting. Where the cherry blossom trees are?
I'm just saying, bro.
That's the only thing missing.
Like I would say,
rain?
I love Forza Horizon 6. It has everything I love. It has a drag racing from Underground that I love. It has drifts. Like you have drift racing now. So like it has everything that I would want from an Underground 3. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not Forza's just not Underground. You know what I'm saying? Forza is like the closest thing that we'll probably ever get. At least Horizon 6 to an Underground.
And it's a shame because for years now, Horizon's been doing its thing, and now you got obviously the Crew Motorsport trying to copy Horizon. But if that's an indicator of anything, EA should have looked at that and said, "Well, shit, we got Need for Speed sitting here not doing much. Let's go back to what was working. Undergrounds, Most Wanted, you name it. We need an Undergrounds 3. Let's complete the trilogy. Let's drop that game because
Sammy,
come back. Midnight Club, let's do that." Rockstar don't give a damn. If Rockstar can't even make a bully game or care to do another Red Dead game, what makes you think they're gonna do a Midnight Club?
No, I mean I understand Rockstar because Rockstar is busy with GTA, and to be fair, that's their money maker. So I mean that's valid and that's fair. But EA ain't worth a shit right now. EA is not doing anything. They ain't focused on a game that's gonna make them money because they're just making the same games like Madden and everything else and recycling the shit. I mean, how can you not look at Forza Horizon and the success of Forza Horizon and not think like shit, an Underground 3 probably will make us a lot of fucking money?
Yep.
Like how does that not cross your minds?
Honestly, there's a reason why they got bought out by the Saudis. Like, if you can't even see the vision, someone else will. You make enough mistakes.
That's true.
What's that term called? Pass me the ball?
Well, also, I mean, to be fair, also in EA's defense, I think the company that makes Underground, that made the Underground series, I don't think they're a company in EA no more, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're saying they shut down that studio?
Let me look it up real quick, but I could have sworn that studio is not in EA no more.
That's even worse. That would make sense why Need for Speed hasn't.
Interesting. Time for Wildcats versus Legacy as a fact. Gotta pull their match up. Hold on. Who's streaming this match? So I could change Lucas's stream. Boom. I will need to know who's streaming. Carlo, what was his name? PR_Carlo, right? Okay, whoops. PR_Caldo. And this would be Twitch. So Carlo is streaming. Get out the way. So New Wave and Paradox has finished, guys. We're gonna give you. Shit, yo, the podcast got muted. Wow, my bad. I don't know where you got muted from. Might be because I was over here. I have two keyboards and I get mixed up with which keyboard to type on. So I might have fucked up and muted something. So we're back though. But I don't know where I got muted at, but I was just saying that I can't recall a good Need for Speed after like Need for Speed Carbon. I mean, not Carbon, Most Wanted. It was Underground 1, 2, and Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? And then like after that, they didn't hit it. They just didn't hit. Truthfully.
You know who needs to make a comeback too? What's that game called? Oh man, it's that game that has like the craziest crash physics in racing games.
Burnout.
I know. Yes, Burnout, bro.
Well, listen, the motherfuckers that made Burnout are making that new racing game, that new Star Wars racing game.
Oh, the former and the first.
To be fired.
Hey, Sammy, this one makes sense for you. The former
It might be a
employees.
mixture of devs, but I do know the people who are making that Star Wars racer game have experience in the Burnout series.
That got me more excited now thinking about that. So the crashing in that game, obviously not trying to crash, but it
Wait,
might
when
be
is that game
worthwhile
supposed to be
crashing.
coming out?
September?
Wow, ironically, Wolf, that is the last game that they made too. Than the last Need for Speed game.
Wait, so that game could also be potentially a nominee if it's good enough.
We'll see what the reviewers say because, man,
Mhm.
they've been on one lately.
Hey, Sammy.
What's up?
You said the crew was copying off of Horizon, or was it a different one?
Yeah.
Was it the crew?
Motorsport.
You want to know why the crew copied Horizon? Because the former employees of EA Black Box have spread around other game developers, making racing games such as Ubisoft's The Crew and Slightly Mad Studios' World of Speed. So the developers that made the Underground series, a lot of them went to make The Crew. So if there's any similarities, now you know why.
And you know what? The Crew 1 was always cited as a good racing game. The Crew 2 was a solid sequel, but the Crew 1 was always good, like in terms of a technical wonder. And after I saw the Crew Motorsport, I was like, they're really out here trying to copy Forza Horizon 5. And now it makes sense. Black Box was like, this is what's making money. Let's make it. And they made it. EA is over there twiddling with their thumbs, sitting on a dead Need for Speed franchise, and wondering, oh, what game should we make next for the franchise? Like, why don't we do it Undergrounds?
I mean, truthfully, let's be honest, though. Let's be honest, Sammy. Let's be honest. Yes, EA has the rights to Need for Speed Underground, the IP and whatnot. But if they don't have Black Box, who is going to make a good Underground 3?
Cause I heard there's like two different studios making the Need for Speed games right now. I think one of them is Criterion or something like that. And then you just mentioned Ghost Games. So whoever made Heat is obviously the better studio, and whoever made the newest Need for Speed needs to be like a support studio.
The Heat. That's the one that people say if I like Underground, I should play. I think is that one, if I'm not mistaken, was Heat.
Yeah, that one was like in Miami.
So if that's the case, then that would probably be the only EA company that maybe might have a chance to make a legitimate good Underground 3.
That's if EA cares.
Or fuck it, just fuck an Underground 3. Make Need for Speed Underground Online. Make it your live service game.
Yeah, that could work.
Like Horizon, you know. I mean, Horizon's not live service, but it has a lot of live service aspects.
Elements.
Yes.
I think they gotta be careful making live service games.
Well, yeah, that's why I said like Forza is like the fine needle of that.
If I think about it, yeah, I wouldn't want EA to make a live service Need for Speed. Could you imagine?
Oh, I mean, the what is it? Madden Ultimate fucking Team or whatever. Now it's the Need for Speed Underground team. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get a loot box for your parts for your car, all that. Nah, bro.
I don't know. I gotta really see EA fucking that up.
Yup.
No, I definitely. I mean. Yeah, I mean, Underground's the formula wasn't that hard to make. You know, you start from the bottom, you work your way up to be the best racer in the game. You know what I'm saying? You got the bosses like the Drift King, the Drag King, Circuit King. You know what I'm saying? So you got to work your way up, make the money to buy the cars that you need to work your way up to become, beat those bosses per se. You know what I'm saying? Like the end game, of each race type. I think is a simple formula that works. I don't know why nobody's ever tried to make it or even pitch it.
I don't know, man. Like I said, the racing genre is a weird one. It's been a while since we had a lot of racing games come out in the last 2 years. Like, this is the most we've seen out of racing in a minute. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if people are actually making these games for a good reason, or they're trying to chase a trend. But I'm happy that we're getting racing games again because before we was in a drought, and it looked like every 5 years we get a different racing game. It was looking like the
can't
fighting
be a-
genre.
It can't be a trend because all of these games took a lot of time to make. So they've been in the works. It just so happened to line up that they, are coming out relatively close
Around
to
each
each
other.
other, which I think is good because usually there's big droughts between quality racing games.
Yep, that is a fact. Because after Heat, like, what's the last good racing game that came out apart from like the Motorsport, the Gran Turismo, and Forza Horizon 5, which all came out in like what early 2020s, and Heat came out what 2018, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, like if we're only getting like two racing, well, at the time, it really feels like there's only been three racing franchises: Ubisoft with The Crew, Forza, and then Gran Turismo. If those guys ain't dropping games, we're not getting good games.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
Need for Speed comes out like every 5 years.
are you just talking about like races in general?
Yeah,
You still
races
gotta
in
add
general.
Mario Kart.
Because Mario Kart didn't come out for like what 10 years as well. We didn't have another Sonic racing game for another 8 years as well. Like,
Yeah, they stopped making the Crash racing games, I think.
yeah, after the last Crash game, the remake or whatever, it looked like they might not even make another one. I hope they do. I hope I'm wrong and they make another one, but we'll see.
If they make another Crash, it has to be a new one. All of this, remakes, but you can't just focus on remakes. I do like that it was like a Crash Team Racing. It's kind of like going over some of the old courses and all that, but it's got to be a new game.
Yes, Wolf. Split Second was a great game, and that was a Disney game, funnily enough. Y'all ever play that one?
Which one?
Split Second. It had like damage or destruction like Burnout, but it was a good racing game. It felt like playing Death Race if you watched that movie.
I actually love the Death Race movies, but I don't think I played Split Second. But I know
Really?
the game though. I do know
That
what
game was
you're talking
good.
about.
Like that was the era when Disney was in their bag making games. Like I did not expect that game out of Disney. But yeah, man. Much love to Playground Games. Excited for Fable and excited to see the future of Horizon and the updates that are coming. There's a new season for Horizon coming out tomorrow. I think it's the autumn season because the summer season will be officially over with. You can get 2 cars if you complete the season. One was a Lancer, the other one was an Eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you get them before the season ends, which is like 10 hours. Good luck with that. And yeah, I guess we can head on to the next topic. Just so we're not here talking about racing games all night. But it honestly, man, that genre needs some more love, I think. EA, we're looking at you.
Get to the Bungie stuff. The Bungie shenanigans.
Should I get my tux on, my black suit? Y'all got your black suits on? I got my shades and I can put my suit.
Angel, what the fuck is wrong with Bungie?
Oh, do we go there right now? Do we go there right now?
That's where we're going right now.
Is that what we doing? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Welcome to the CrashOut.
Angel about to crash out. I've been waiting all week for this.
Yo, that's crazy, Sammy. Oh, but Bungie, what the fuck are you doing? Sony, Bungie, I don't know who the one greenlit and Destiny 2. But what are we doing? Now, I understand ending Destiny 2 because, hey, Destiny 3 is in the works, and we've been working on this for the last couple years, and it's going to be coming out in the next couple months, or next year, Here's the last update of Destiny that'll hold you over for the next year. But no, we're ending Destiny 2 and probably laying off a lot of people and taking some for Marathon. You believe in Marathon that much? 10,000 players at the peak right now, 24-hour peak. You believe in Marathon? Destiny 2 still has over 100,000 players logging in daily. But you still believe in Marathon? Bungie, I don't know. 12-year-old game that still pulls in over 100,000 players over a brand new game that can't even pull 100,000 players. Care to elaborate how that's gonna work? I mean, you have Destiny.
You're not fucking with Marathon.
I mean, I'm a MMO looter shooter type of guy. The same thing that I say to all those Destiny or Marathon lovers and those forums and all those little pages talking about, oh, Marathon's a new Destiny. Get over with it, man. It's gonna be the better game. It's gonna replace Destiny. First of all, you cannot compare two different genres and expect the same player base. Destiny 2 is a looter shooter slash MMO slash freaking is basically a looter shooter MMO. You got your raids, your dungeons, you have PvP, you have a social aspect. You can, you do strikes, dungeons. It's literally an MMO light. You know what I'm saying? Marathon is an extraction shooter. Completely different types of play styles. Two completely different genres, and you're expecting.
They mentioned Destiny because they see the Steam charts are relative to their game, and they're not mentioning Arc Raiders because they already lost that war. They're like, well, we can't beat Arc, but look at the Destiny numbers, we can beat them.
Oh, I mean, that's a great point. You just pull that out. Now I'm gonna talk about that. You believe in Marathon that you can't even beat Arc Raiders, which is the forte of that genre. But you have a game called Destiny. That there is so many games and companies that tried to replicate what you guys made and fucking failed. And you're shutting that game down?
Them shut down this year too.
Make that make sense. There's no other game like Destiny. So you're shutting down something that now there's a void to fill, for one, that probably nobody can fill. Because Divisions, it's hot for like a couple years, and then it dies down. Anthem finally just went end of service. What other games are fucking looter shooters? There's another one that's like that too. I mean, you can kind of think, Dying Light has kind of like the same aspect. Dying Light, didn't really, gather that player.
It's not like, if I have to think about Dying Light, it's more like a solo act.
Right.
In terms of like Division and
the rarity system is very similar. They have your legendary and stuff like that, but it's not the looter shooter. But it has some elements to it. But there's other looter shooters that try to do the same thing, and they all failed.
I can think about it is Borderlands.
Even Borderlands 4 flop. You know what I mean?
But the thing is Destiny is kind of in its own lane, though.
Oh, you mean Warframe, right?
Service.
No, Warframe. I mean, look, I don't have no beef at Warframe because, like, Outriders is another similar one, yeah. And Warframe is still doing pretty good, and a lot of Destiny players actually went to Warframe, and I think they go intertwined. Like, it's either you like Destiny or you like Warframe, or you like them both. You know what I'm saying? And even you was
playing Warframe.
You brought up Warframe. Even let me tell you how cool the Warframe community is. The developers of Warframe literally said, "Hey, all us, I forget what they call their guardians. I think it's Tenums or something like that. I forget the terminology, but basically they said we gather June 9th. We're gonna all support Destiny 2 in its final." Update, where you don't see them as competitors, we live alongside of it, what I'm saying? Like, basically a cool message, talk about, we support this game and we're gonna be there to support this game when that update goes live. How cool it is for a game company that has a similar game like Destiny to like acknowledge, like, hey, this is your day. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, do you think that Warframe, because Destiny 2 is pretty much out of the picture, is gonna like gobble up the whole genre? Because I mean, mind you, obviously Division's gonna be there, so you can't really do that. They're gonna be a staple But I'm saying all the Destiny players are gonna have to look to again to migrate to. They're obviously not going to the marathon game. I think the next best game you could go to is probably Warframe, right?
So I mean, some will go to marathon just because they want that PvP, aspect. Because a lot of people did really play Destiny 2 for the PvP. Like PvP was probably one of the highest numbers for Destiny 2 when it comes to player activity. So I mean, I can see those players flocking to Marathon because Marathon is a PvP centric game. But the PvE people would like play a game like a Warframe, or they might go to a different MMO. They might try Final Fantasy 14. They might play World of Warcraft. Because the PvE Destiny players, they're addicted to like the raids, the dungeons. They want to get the best loot in the game, which is the hardest content in the game to get. You know what I'm saying? So they will be flocking to those type of games. And there's some that's probably gonna be like, well, those games are cool and all, but it's not Destiny. Then you got those guys. So I don't know what's going to happen with the player base, where everybody's going. But I mean, we're talking about this now, but Destiny 2 still has a last update, guys. Just because it's going into servers doesn't mean that there's not a lot of new shit that you're going to be able to play on June 9th. You know what I'm saying? It's probably hold you over for, a big while. They even have a petition now. Let me see if I can pull up the petition of the Destiny 3 petition, which I know petitions don't really like nothing really happens with petitions, but just to see the amount of support that is gotten in a lot of the news, because there's a lot of news articles covering the petition for Destiny 3 or whatever. Then right now it's at 278,000, almost 300,000 signatures, and this went live 3 or 4 days ago. That hasn't even been a week yet. And you got 153,000 shares, 4,000 comments. You even have video comments from people that actually recorded themselves talking about their experience with Destiny in here, all talking about the game. Like a lot of people talk shit like, hey, this game has been dying. Where have you all been when this game was at its worst? But I mean, it's not like people stopped playing the game, and if they did, they took a break. But like, they still love the game and they still wanted to play the game. But Bungie has made the game such unplayable at times where it's hard to even have the motivation to play the game, even no matter how much you love the game. And a lot of people like to blame Sony, but we have to blame Bungie too, guys. We have to blame Bungie too. Bungie management also ruined Destiny. They tried to greenlight Destiny 3 around the Final Shape launch, and it did not get greenlit. For some reason, it did not get greenlit. Don't know why. Final Shape came out 2 to 3 years ago. I want to say 2 years ago. So they could have been working on this game for 2 years already. They could have been talking about it, but like, hey, final update. They could have still did a final update and be like, hey, Destiny 3 is about maybe 2 years away. We're already in 2 years in mid-cycle. Give us another 2 years. There's a final update to try to, hold you guys over. Maybe we'll do an extra, smaller update, but, just to freshen things up for you guys until the launch of Destiny 3, and boom, Destiny 3 is out.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say, you got to completely give up on the hopes of Destiny 3. It's just, we just don't know where Bungie's going to go from here on out. So it's probably going to be a while before we even see anything Destiny related, if at all.
I mean, there's a video I watched today, Across, right? And this guy's hilarious, right? He literally, I forget which video it was, but he literally says, look, I'm gonna do this. He said he's not not turning down any partnership with Sony. He's not going to support Marathon, and he's going to keep not supporting Marathon and not being like a sponsor streamer for Sony until they greenlight Destiny 3. And so many other creators are doing the same thing. A lot of Bungie creators, special streamers, you know, even though there were Destiny streamers, there's still Bungie people, you know what I'm saying? Bungie fans, you know, they're all standing together. There's literally a war in between the Bungie community, guys, between Marathon and Destiny, and it's crazy. Like to see the talk, like people might have bashed Destiny, people might have said it's a bad game, this and that, but the amount of news and the amount of fucking people talking about Destiny right now, new and old, even returning people that hasn't played the game in a while but are still voicing their memories and shit. It's crazy to see how much people actually fucked with this game at one point in their lives.
Yeah, that is
This
true.
is crazy. It just takes me back to what Nano said earlier. This shit has created a civil war between Marathon and Destiny.
Yeah, which I don't really think I don't really think it has to be like that. But you know, I get it.
Let it be like that. This is for the people, man.
Man, you just want to see digital bloodshed, bro.
Yo, Sammy, you say Civil War, but like I literally pulled up his video. The first thing I see is an article from Forbes by Paul Tassi, which is another Destiny player and content creator, and it literally says a Destiny 2 versus Marathon Civil War is heating up, frustrating many.
It's basically splitting Bungie's fan base, which is a good thing.
Sony, man, that 3.6 billion, man.
Sony, you want to make billions? Yeah. You're not gonna make your $1 billion bag by supporting Marathon. I promise you. You're gonna keep losing money. You should have greenlit Destiny 3.
Know who's like avid on Destiny, who's played all the Destiny games, and he told me, because I asked him, it was like, at this point, Bungie has lost Sony around $1 billion. If they came back and did like a Destiny 3, do you think they can recoup that loss? And he said flat out yes.
If done correctly, if Destiny 3 is the game that everybody's been hoping, praying for, and they do it right, 100% people would buy in on that game. Remember, Destiny 2 at the highest had 3.7 million daily players. If that means 3.7 million people has bought a game, bought Destiny 2 for $60, just put that in an analogy, 60 to 80 to 100, whatever edition they bought, you know, but let's just put the minimum as 60, and that's almost 4 million people. That's what 60 times 4, 60, 120. That's $240 million on just people buying the game. That's $250 million right there alone.
Then you gotta think about expansions and stuff like that that come later on. Obviously, you're gonna get a hit on marketing costs and the budget for the game, but you'll make that money back anyways.
Over time, Bungie has already made over $1 billion off the Destiny franchise already. If they focus on fire cosmetics, and people will pay for that, you know, in silver, people will buy the battle passes that has been going on. You know, that's you know, money every so often, and then, you know, whatever cosmetics you do, that's money every so often. You can literally hit that. Yeah, you know, Destiny's a cash cow. People hated it because there's a lot of shit that you had to pay for, but people still did it. Even though they complained about it, still did it because the skins was fire and they loved the game. Bungie has made so much money off of Destiny that Destiny can be profitable and bring back the losses Sony has done. If done correctly, for one. Two, you need to fire all the management that Bungie has and all that woke culture that is running fucking Bungie, and get back to, you know, old school Bungie, Destiny 1 Bungie, and get the gears going. And that would net you $1 billion game, Destiny 3. I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, here's hoping, man. Here's
Because
hoping.
if they don't, I don't think Bungie's making it to 2027, and I don't think Marathon will make it past the year either.
All I'm saying, I'll be there June 9th. I'm gonna be streaming Destiny again. And then, you know, regardless of anything, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be one of those people counted on June 9th with the numbers, and we're gonna make a statement. We're gonna make a fucking statement. Can you imagine? Can this literally be the craziest comeback of all time? If the player base had literally make these people actually be like, you know what? Maybe we should change our minds. This will be the biggest comeback in history.
Helldivers.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, Helldivers kind of like just that was like lightning in a bottle. Like Helldivers 1, it was okay, but they completely changed the whole game. Like it doesn't even play the same. I don't feel like it'd be the same for Destiny 3. I think it would still, you know. I think their situations are a lot different.
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? Yeah. You know, I always talk smack about Sony consoles always having single player games, but I really just realized that every single attempt Sony had at a live service game failed.
Yep.
I always talk shit like, yo, Sony, where's your live service games? But damn, you tried, but that's kind of, and I understand why they bought the money for Bungie, because Bungie had a 12-year live service game that was successful, and they were hoping to get that talent. But little did they realize, Destiny alone is 12 years old. The original people that kept this game hype and alive are no longer with the company no more.
Yeah, and they've been bleeding money. I think at one point Microsoft was looking into buying Bungie back, and when they saw the financials, they said nope.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know, but Microsoft turned down buying Bungie before Sony did.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. I would have thought Phil Spencer would have like fought that, because Destiny is one of Phil Spencer's favorite all-time games.
Yeah, but you can't buy a company that's sinking.
Yeah, they probably didn't think it was something they wanted to spend a lot of money on, or that kind of money on.
Because remember, they bought Bethesda, and some of their studios were already sinking because of the management Bethesda before they bought them. And then Phil came out and took the hit for that, and it was like, you know what, as a leader, I'll take the hit, even though it wasn't even his fault. So I don't think Phil would have been like, oh, I'll do it again for Bungie. It's like, when you take too many hits like that, people are gonna be like, what are your business decisions? Like, what are you doing with all this money, just buying all these people and they're not performing?
Just think, you know, and this is karma to Microsoft. But just think, Microsoft, if you would have just let Bungie make Destiny the way they wanted to when they were still under your umbrella, we may not have been fucked over now.
What? Why are you blaming Microsoft now?
because Bungie tried to let Microsoft greenlight Destiny, and Microsoft said no. We want you just to make Halos.
Yeah, but then either way, Angel, if Microsoft's greenlit Destiny, Bungie would have still been the same Bungie.
Yeah, but maybe the people that, you know, left Bungie may not have left, because maybe they would have been in a better standing with Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Because Activision kind of ruined a lot of like relationships internally with Bungie. You know?
Yep.
Like a lot of stuff could have happened. You know, like it could have been the same scenario, or some things could have changed. You never know, because we never know how companies work.
Microsoft didn't want them to make a different game. I mean, it's Halo.
Oh well, yeah, Halo was like the money maker for Microsoft at the time. So I mean, I understand that, but man, take a chance.
It was unproven, right? So
Take a
like,
chance.
if they had already made a Destiny game in between them making Halo, and it was a banger too, they probably would have like, yeah, go do it. But because they already know Halo's the game, and Destiny Destiny's just an idea that you have, Microsoft's gonna be like, nah.
Can you imagine though, like a day where like Microsoft would have definitely let that like fly? Can you imagine? Because it would have been Xbox exclusive and PC. Just think how many people probably would have flocked to Xbox just to play Destiny.
Yeah, man,
Or
this is why you need exclusives, man. I keep telling you.
yeah,
That's why I
man.
started looking at exclusives again.
So Sony, just listen to the community. Do the smart choice. You want your money back? Greenlight Destiny 3. And if you need like something to hold people over, let them remaster Destiny 1. 60 FPS, boost the graphics up a little bit, re-release it to everybody so the PC players can play. Let them enjoy this for a couple years until you get your Destiny 3 act together. And there you go, voila, release a Destiny 3. I feel like they could just do that. And then they're
Sony should, because like all the other live service games that are supposed to come out are already looking like flops before they drop. Like the Fair Games one where it's a heist game that was supposed to be like Payday that's now turning into an extraction shooter. Like that one's looking like
another
a flop.
one. Oh my
That's the same
god.
one that we was talking about last time, but that one's ramping up to release soon, and people are saying that game's not even fun. Like the first actual testers, their feedback was like the game wasn't fun.
Can we stop with the can we stop making extraction shooters? Y'all not beating arc raiders. I'm sorry. I mean, look at everybody that's tried already.
Yeah, they just wave hoppers, bro.
Like y'all might as well just be
You
original.
don't make shit with love.
We still gotta wait on Disney because they said they're doing theirs too, and PUBG said they're making theirs too.
Oh my god. Why? Because PUBG lost the Battle Royale wars. Now they're trying to extraction wars.
Halo doing that shit too. We're not making a battle royale no more. We're hearing that it's extraction shooters. I don't know if Warzone or Call of Duty's gonna make an extraction, but
Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done. Y'all companies hopping in waves and y'all losing money more than y'all making money at this point.
and it doesn't make sense. It takes time and money and more money to market these games. And then in that time you're doing all that, Arc Raiders is already on the ground running. Like they already have the blueprint. You guys don't even have the blueprint. The game's not even out yet. You just funding money into these games. Might not even last a year. We've seen so many live service games shut down before a year has even passed on the calendar. We had Concord shut down in 6 or 7 days. We had Highguard shut down in like a month and a half. Like, look at the market. If it's justifiable, then do it. If it doesn't make sense, then what are we doing? Everybody just has money. Just because you have money doesn't mean you need to go and do it yourself. Sometimes you just need to sit on it and pocket your money.
Whoa. So sometimes you gotta sit on it, Sammy.
Come on, man. Not like that.
Shout out to Bungie. You know, we know they in a very difficult spot right now. I don't know. Hopefully,
I got a question for you, Nano and Caleb. You guys are the resident Sony PlayStation gamers.
Yep.
After everything that's been going on recently in terms of studios shutting down, game closures, and all that stuff, if Marathon doesn't turn it around, do you think Bungie's gonna be gone next too?
No, I don't, because Bungie probably has, lost them a lot of money. But if we're being honest, they're extremely talented team, and I do think the games they make are quality. Even Marathon, it might not fit to the masses, but I think they have quality talent. What if they try to make Bungie make a single player game next?
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
What?
I'm done.
I mean,
Welcome to the CrashOut.
Does Bungie have to make a multiplayer game?
They had to make Destiny 3. That's the answer.
But what if they want to make something that isn't Destiny?
I mean, they did.
Because
They did.
think about it.
I know they did. It's called Marathon, and look what happened.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. What if they what if they did decide to make a single player game?
I think that would probably kill them, don't it? Because if they're getting all this flack because they can't even make Destiny 3, what do you think was gonna happen If instead of making Destiny 3 and you had the time, imagine this, Nano. Sony gives them the green light to make a game, and everyone wants them to make Destiny 3 because that's what they were sitting on and waiting for, and they decided to make a single player game. This would be the second time in a row now that instead of making Destiny 3, you made Marathon and now whatever single player game. I don't think that would sit well with fans. I think Bungie
here's my thing with Destiny 3. It's probably their most like the smartest thing they could do in terms of their next step. But my thing is they're gonna make Destiny 3. Niggas are gonna play it for some years. They're gonna be like, oh man, we back on Destiny 3, and then they gonna start hating the game again like every Destiny game.
I mean,
where they go after that?
I mean, people are gonna hate the game regardless. People hate on anything. People hate on Call of Duty. They still make it every year. People hate on Battlefield. People hate on Arc Raiders. People hate on any game. There's always somebody complaining. You can't dodge that.
Shit, I even hate on Speedstorm.
Well, there you go.
They did a lot of these companies deserve this though, but like
that is true.
But like, I mean,
Warframe is goated by their community, bro. Warframe does not.
Which is why I think that should be the game that the Destiny players migrate to until this hiatus period is over, and then there's a announcement saying from Bungie, okay, we're doing Destiny 3. And then when Destiny 3 drops, they can go migrate back to Destiny. Because it's clear as day it's not Marathon, and they're trying to do PvE aspects for the game to bring in casuals, which if you wanted to compete in your industry with Arc Raiders, you should have had something that could hold the casuals over. You wanted to be hardcore Arc Raiders. How did that work out for you? Now you want to compete with Destiny because it's under the same umbrella and it's comfortable for you guys because you know that game is in a bad spot. Like, you can't make this shit up. All you had to do was work on Destiny 3.
It sounds like Bungie is just gonna be locked into the Destiny wave, which isn't a bad thing because people want Destiny. Well, Destiny fans want Destiny, but
it don't look like Sony want them though.
Sony don't know what the fuck they want.
Otherwise, Sony would have greenlit that shit.
You know what Sony wants? Last of Us Remaster Part 5.
You know what they probably want? They probably want Bungie to make a Last of Us Online or some shit.
Don't say that, Sammy. Don't say that.
He was gonna do that shit, but that shit got scrapped.
No, that was a Last of Us multiplayer. But what if it was a Last of Us like online, where it was like Destiny?
No, but that's another live service game. They losing money by making live service games.
And I will say one thing. I will say one thing that it is a true fact. Bungie has said keeping the servers alive for Destiny is probably one of the most expensive things to do is to keep up with it. So like, I mean, Destiny's a moneymaker, but it is also a money spender at the same time.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do.
But I mean, making billions of dollars, even if the resources cost a little money, you're still making billions of dollars, bro. You're still making profit.
I mean, what do you say to the Sony meetup, bro?
I'd be like, hey, you want to make $1 billion? Easy? Destiny 3. You know how many people are saying I would pre-order a Destiny 3 Legendary $100 edition right now if it was available?
That sounds like $150 for me.
People will buy it though. There's people that I bought every single Destiny expansion I've bought. Has always been the ultimate $100 edition. And it's been like over, I can't tell you how much I spent, over $1,000 in just expansions alone in Destiny. And I can't like count how many other people have done the same thing.
I don't know. The only thing we can do is watch and wait.
I'm a Destiny fan, man. I don't want to see my baby die, man. And they're adding Sparrow racing though, so I'm like, I can incorporate the racing scene into Destiny because they're bringing that back. And there's something that people has been asking for the longest of time. They're finally bringing it back. They bring it back for the final update, motherfuckers. This is another thing. But the reason why Destiny is at its lowest point is because Bungie never listened to the fucking community. The community that was asking, hey, can you bring back Sparrow Racing? Can you bring back Wrath of the Machine? Hey, can you bring this back? Can you bring this back? I miss playing this. And this was from Destiny 1. Everything that we literally told them, hey, the game will be better if you implement this. And you know what they told us? You know what Bungie had the nerve to tell us? We don't want to over-deliver.
That's crazy. Can you imagine Speedstorm said that shit?
We don't want to. What? What do you mean you don't want to over deliver?
It sounds like Bungie don't care.
And that's where we're at right now. But hey, you know, the guy sitting with 10, 12 cars right now, he living life right now with that Sony buyout. He living life.
Maybe they deserve to be in this position then if that's shit they're saying.
Yeah, like I said, Bungie management is a really big blame here. You know, you can't blame Activision because Bungie was independent and they still had problems. Bungie's with Sony, they still have problems. At this point, where are we pointing the finger at? Because now you can't blame Activision, you can't blame Sony because you were also independent, losing money and not listening to the community. So who really is the problem? Upper management.
I mean, we don't want to harp on it too long, but
No.
we all know that Bungie kind of fucked up right now.
Definitely. And you know,
gotta hope to the gaming gods, man, that they figure something out. Or able to, you know,
exactly. You know, Bungie can blame Activision, but at the end of the day, and I'll leave it at this, Bungie, you were at your peak when you were still with Activision. So make sense. How was Activision the bad guys when Forsaken was one of your best DLCs and a very, very high point in the Destiny world? And that was when you were with Activision. How can Activision be the one to blame here? And I'm done.
All right. Funeral service is over. I guess you know, we can move on from the doom and gloom and go to something more positive. You know, CD Projekt Red, you know, the studio behind Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, that game got good at the latter half, not the beginning. But Witcher 3, same thing, wasn't that good when it launched, but got better after years of updates and stuff like that. But Witcher 3, a game in 2016, is actually getting a new DLC. So now, why don't you tell us about that, man?
Man, I saw the news today, and just like everybody else, we're like, what the fuck? Because nobody expected that to be something to even consider, especially with The Witcher 4 on the horizon.
Witcher 4, and let's not forget, they're also remaking the first Witcher.
Yep. Now, from what I'm seeing, some people think that this game, some people think that with this DLC is gonna be like, how should I say,
like a buffer before the game drops, Witcher 4 or the remake.
Yeah, and it might, you know, have more to do with
the story,
the main character's daughter.
Okay.
So we'll see, man. We'll see.
You know, it's not unheard of.
I didn't play The Witcher, so I don't
DLC, but
that's true. So you kind of know that they got something up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Cause this is not something you just do like randomly.
No. It means you were working on something prior before all this.
Yep. And that actually makes me excited for what's to come for Witcher 4. So, because I'm definitely going to play Witcher 4 because I hear so much about Witcher 3.
Wait, so you're gonna play 4 before you play 3?
I might.
I'm waiting on the remake so I can get into them. I have all the games, but the first game is on PC. I have it on PC. I just don't want to play it on PC because the controls aren't that good.
So
Like
are you
the
going to play
control
Witcher
input.
2 before Witcher 3?
No, I'm gonna wait for the remake, play that, and then play them all in order.
Okay.
But I am excited because that just means I got more stuff to do when I do get to Witcher 3 at some point. But CD Projekt Red lately has been on their P's and Q's. A lot of that has to do with them releasing Cyberpunk in the state that it got released in. But hey, man, sometimes, you know, studios got to be held accountable so they can be good.
Yeah.
You know what happens to studios that aren't being held accountable? They putting out shit. Game Loft.
That's facts. So, you know, we all know Witcher 3 is widely regarded as one of them ones. So, hey, man, I feel like, you know, you people got to be excited. From what I was seeing from the comments, I've seen nothing but great feedback about this. So, people are like, oh, yeah, I get to go back to Witcher and stuff like that. And, bro, I already heard that game had crazy amounts of content. So I could only imagine, like, you know, going back now.
Yeah, in terms of like open world RPGs, like the only game that was competing with Skyrim was like Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is getting another DLC, I can't wait to see what it does for the Witcher 3 game and its community. But also I'm excited to see what the future holds for the 4th installment.
Facts.
I want to see if it's going to get that same kind of treatment. Hopefully it releases on a playable state. CD Projekt Red, hopefully you do a good job this time. No more
Yep.
Cyberpunks.
I agree, man. I agree.
But apart from that, you know, that's not the only news we heard in the RPG genre, because apparently the studio behind Kingdom Come Deliverance is working on an open world Lord of the Rings RPG. Now, this I'm excited about because it didn't look like we were going to get any more Lord of the Rings games after, you know, what's the studio again behind Shadow of
So
Mordor?
shit, didn't they release that Golem? Well, didn't that Golem game come out?
Yeah, but that's not the studio that made Shadow of War.
No, I know. I'm just saying, does that count as Lord of the Ring games?
Yeah, it's a Lord of the Rings game, but it's, come on, man.
You wasn't jacking Golem?
All Lord of the Ring games aren't created equally. I'll say that.
Okay.
But I'm definitely excited. I'm trying to think of what the studio was that made the Shadow of War games. Because they got closed down, didn't they? I think Warner Brothers shut them down. And
Yeah,
along with them
forgot
went the
what
Nemesis
studio
system.
it was.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh man. But I'm actually looking up the studio.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was another Lord of the Rings game being made.
Neither did I. Oh, Monolith. Yeah, Monolith. They got shut down. They were working on the Wonder Woman game, but once that got shut down, they got closed themselves, and there went the Nemesis system. Obviously, Warner Brothers still has a Nemesis system, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But I didn't think another Lord of the Rings game was gonna come out because this studio got shut down. But you know, the studio behind Kingdom Come, and I'm gonna look them up right now. They're the ones making this open world Lord of the Rings game. Warhorse Studios. So I'm wondering, is it gonna play similar to like the Kingdom Come games, where the combat is more like directional when you use a sword and whatnot? I'm kind of curious to see how they're gonna make this game.
Do you think it's gonna be kind of like a?
I think it's gonna be more
like
story driven.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, like the Kingdom Come games. Like there's obviously gonna be action, but I think it's gonna be more story oriented.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Kingdom Comes people are making it, I think we have nothing to worry about
I agree.
because they make quality games.
As long as Golem is not the main star, we should be good.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, Sammy don't like his precious, but you know, I get it.
Nah. Sorry, not this one. But damn, I'm wondering, like, is it gonna be open world in the sense we can like start off as different races, or are we playing as one protagonist? I'm curious. Obviously, I don't want to play as multiple people like GTA, but if I could choose my starting off point, like if I'm a human, if I'm an elf, if I'm a dwarf, like these are things I want to know. Is it a one-sided story where I'm only playing as like the protagonist and they're the good side? Am I playing like on the evil team? Like what's going on? So I think the only other RPG growing up I remember where you can play either side was like Dragon Age. You can play the good side and the bad side.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, the only thing we could do is just wait till we
Wait and
hear more
see.
information.
Yeah.
But I like some of the Lord of the Rings games, so I'm kind of curious to how it's gonna be. But I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, it's pretty exciting news. I didn't even know this was a thing until you said it, Sammy. So
Yeah, when I
else
saw it, I
on
was
my
like, we gotta
radar.
talk about that. Yeah, it's on my radar too.
Hmm?
Hey, Chad! Someone clip this!
Sorry, Caleb.
Yeah, but apart from the Lord of the Rings news, the good news that we're hearing, you know, we also have some other news. So recently, Subnautica 2 dropped in early access. I know Nano had showed us an image earlier when it did release, and it did some numbers. I think it did like 12 million sales in like 12 hours. I'm not sure what it's at now, but I can take a look and update us.
It wasn't 12 million. I think it was
No, 2 million.
million.
Yeah, 2 million in 12 hours or 24 hours, something like that. Yeah, you're right. But I could pull up the numbers right now. So it's saying that Subnautica 2 has sold 4 million copies in under a week. That's kind of crazy. And mind you guys, this is in early access. It's not even full release. It's not 1.0. So the fact that it's selling 4 million copies in less than 7 days is crazy. Apparently, the revenue made from the game so far is 100 million.
Damn, that's crazy.
This game's in early access. It's not a 1.0 release. So the fact that it's pretty much a beta and is making this much money is crazy to me. A beta. I've never heard of a beta making $100 million and selling 4 million copies. Have you?
You know, I was talking to Pro, and Pro is actually playing it with his girlfriend right now, and they're loving the game, bro. They said, at least from what Pro said, he said he would have played the first game, but he said the fact that part 2 had co-op, it made him more invested in wanting to play it with it, because he could play it with his
That's
girlfriend.
a big thing. Like the first game, as great as it was, I always thought to myself, man, this game feels like it could have co-op. And I used to watch videos on YouTube and look at the game, and then I got curious. I was like, I know there's modders out there, they mod games and they can add like multiplayer to games. Let me see. And someone tried to add co-op to the game, and it was functional to a degree, and it worked, and it looked fun that you could play with other people in that game. And then I guess the studio behind Subnautica saw that there was something missing, which was the co-op factor, and saw that the community was trying to go out of their own way and do that. And they decided themselves, hey, look, we'll add co-op to our next game. And shit, it looks like it's giving them the success they need, because this has pushed them up to the front in terms of games that are selling well. Like 4 million in less than a week. Like a lot of games that came out this year could even hit 2 million sales. Marathon, I'm looking at you. So,
Who the fuck weren't that?
this is crazy. A beta, mind you, is doing all this. 4 million copies, $100 million in revenue.
Yeah, man, they going crazy with us. Subnautica, man. I did not know Subnautica was this popular, bro.
It was. I got
People
late.
love
I
it,
came
man.
into the franchise a bit late, but I always knew it was big, especially on PC. So when it came to Game Pass and I was able to play it, I was like, yes. And then they left Game Pass, but then there was a sale for both the games, and I bought them instantly. I'm like, all right, I'm playing this shit. And I was enjoying it. Obviously, I didn't finish the game. I got halfway through the first one, but it's only because I have a fear of like the deep ocean. So playing that game is always my anxiety is always on.
Damn, so that's like a horror game.
It is, man. So at one point, I was just like, I had enough. I was in a submarine, and some shit got to me down in the deep. I was like, fuck this. I ejected from the game. Never touched it again.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I was going to have a heart attack, but that game is definitely fun. And the jump scares you can get from playing the first one and the second game definitely could put this game in the horror genre if you want to. Obviously, it's not a horror game, it's a survival game, but I don't have to say anything. The numbers say everything.
Yep. But that just means that who makes Subnautica? Like, what developer makes Subnautica?
I can look that up right now.
Because whatever they're doing with Subnautica,
Unknown Worlds Entertainment.
Okay.
Oh shit! So apparently their parent company is Krafton.
Oh, is it?
Korean publisher, yeah. The same Krafton that bought Hi-Fi Rush from Microsoft.
Okay.
The same one that made their, the Dead Space kind of game that came out recently. I forgot what it was called. Callisto's Protocol. And they said they spent like $500 million on that game or something like that. What? Yeah, so Krafton apparently is their publisher or parent company.
Okay. Damn, I actually didn't know that.
Looking this up now, it said there's actually some legal battles with Krafton because they fired their studio's founding leadership, their CEO and co-founder. But then the founders won the major lawsuit in Delaware, forcing Krafton to reinstate the original CEO and restore operational control over the early access release.
That was Subnautica?
Yeah. So this game probably wasn't even going to see the light of day if he didn't win.
Well, listen, man. That means he could reap the benefits, and he probably knew what he was doing.
Yup. This is a celebration for all gamers because this is the type of leadership you want to see that puts up quality content, and he was going to be held back. I think they might have got rid. I'm speculating here, but they might have probably got rid of him because Krafton wanted the money from this game. And who knows what this game would have been like if Krafton had their hands on it and released it. Too many times we see some bullshit happening in the gaming industry. So I'm glad, there was some good karma, and he won his case, and he was able to release the game because this game's doing wonders. It's
You
doing
know what Subnautica reminds me of? Reminds me of Dave the Diver. I don't know why.
I've never
They
played
just-
that game.
like, I don't think. Well, you do go in the water in Dave the Diver, but
Yeah,
I think Subnautica is more like taps into your fear because you're like, Dave the Diver is more like a 2D type game, I think,
Mhm.
at least when you're in the water part. But I don't know, they're both successful games. People love them. I think they got Dave the Diver 2 on the way, unless that game's already out. But yeah, man, I think co-op played a big
A big
portion
part. Yeah.
into Subnautica 2's.
I mean,
Like,
I get it.
success.
Like, how many times have we sit on this podcast day in and day out and say certain games are great? Could you imagine if it had co-op as well? We literally just said that
Facts.
about Crimson Desert. And the CEO or whatever had to say, yo, the game is successful. There'll be some co-op. And what happened later on? It got confirmed that they're going to work on development for co-op for the game. There's so many times we sat
Yep.
here and said, man, this game's only missing one thing, and it's co-op. And, you know, certain studios are taking note. They're listening to their communities. They're seeing what their communities are doing in place of what they're not doing. And they're saying, okay, we'll accommodate you guys. We'll indulge you guys. And these guys came out, Unknown Worlds Entertainment, and they said, look, we'll give you guys co-op. You don't need to mod the games no more.
Yep.
And it's paid off for them in abundance. So,
That's
you
what's
know,
up
we've
with it.
seen the results of when, you know, studios listen to their player base, their community, and it pays off. You know, we've seen it with Cyberpunk. We've seen it with No Man's Sky. We've seen it with Crimson Desert, even though that game didn't like launch on a bad state. And we're seeing this with Subnautica too. Same thing. The game wasn't bad. It was just solo. And they decided to add multiplayer. And, you know, it's paying off for them.
Yep. But hey, man, shout out to Subnautica 2, man.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we get more success like that in the future. And hopefully, you know, we get more companies that are more willing to listen to their communities. Because I
Yep.
think when you have a company that's actively listening to their community and cares about their game, that's when you produce quality entertainment. That's when you make the big bucks, not chasing trends.
I agree. I agree. But hey, man, only time will tell, man.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. You know, apart from all that, you know, we did get some more news. I don't think this is good news, but Nano dropped it on us anyways. What's going on with Steam, man? You said what's going on with the Steam Deck? What's Valve doing over there?
They
They said they were
are
what?
increasing the price of the Steam Deck for both their versions. So I think apparently the 512 gigabyte is going from like actually hold on, I think I put the article so because I want to get the prices right.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie, man. When I saw this, and you know what's so crazy? My brother was actually the one who like told me about it. Like,
Does he
right
have a
when we
Steam
were
Deck?
about to know he was gonna get one, and then they got this out on it. He was like, "Fuck."
Oh
So
man.
pretty much. Alright, so from what this article says, it says so apparently the Steam Deck was out of stock for months, right? Or for a long while.
Yeah.
And now that they're coming back because of you know, the current state of component costs and other global logistical challenges across the industry as a whole, Valve decided that their lowest tier model, the 512 GB OLED Steam Deck, was previously $549 and will cost $789 USD.
Damn, that's 200 plus.
The premium 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck that was previously $649 will now cost $949. So basically $1,000.
Yeah,
And it's
for a
gonna be more
handheld, bro.
if you're Canadian. So
Bro, I already know that's over $1,000. You don't gotta tell me. That's like 1,300,
bruh.
1,200,
So
1,300.
it's looking bad out here, man. It is looking bad. I don't know, man. I mean, even the refurbished ones are still gonna cost a lot because the refurbished 1 terabyte OLEDs now cost $629 to $759. So I don't know, bro. It's not looking good for.
It's not looking good for the Steam Deck. It's not, I guess it's one positive note is a good thing that they dropped their controller out quickly, their Valve controller or whatever. Because had this dropped after the fact and it got price hikes,
That's true.
Their Steam machines getting the price hike before it even releases. That's why it hasn't released. Their Steam Deck got a price hike. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the controller got a price hike, and it's already $100 for the controller. Like I could see it going to like 150 or some shit.
Yeah, man. It's a sad day, or sad times, man. The tariffs and the RAM shortages and whatnot. It's like a combination. The economy shit. Combination making electronics just go up, man. And the Steam Deck is just one component. We already know other systems might get, or more than likely will get caught with the same thing. So if you have a Steam Deck now, you're lucky. Count your blessings. But if you planned on getting a Steam Deck and you didn't have one already, I don't know, man. It's almost like buying 2 Nintendo Switches, man. So
Man,
I don't know, man. I mean, I wasn't planning on getting one, but I do know a lot of people enjoy their Steam Deck. So hopefully you got one when you could. But I don't know. Just be on the lookout, man. Hopefully they go back down in price at some point, but we don't know when that's gonna be.
I don't think anything is going down in price, especially with this AI boom. It's not going to go down in price until it's too late. That's what I think.
Yeah. Which is a sad thing, but you can't really help it right now. But I mean, I guess that's pretty much it with the Steam Deck.
All right, so I guess we can go into our last section of the pod and just review or look at some of these trailers for games that are about to come out and games that are on its development turn. Well, I guess, yeah, some of these games are being developed currently and some of these games are apparently releasing soon. So I guess based on order of what's going to get released, we can look at James Bond because if I'm not mistaken, that one comes out this week.
Shit, I just got fucking some shit. I just got a notification that I think that you could get that shit right now.
Oh, actually, yeah. It's supposed to drop the 26th, so it came out already. But wait, hold on. Is that like an early access for the game, and then you can play it when it actually I don't know. A lot of these games have early access nowadays. Before, single player games didn't have this early access. Now they do.
I don't know, man, but I do know a lot of people is looking for the first light, so we'll see. It's supposed to be
That
one of
is
the
true.
more looked forward to games or highly anticipated games of the year, so people are
Yep.
expecting big things, especially since these are the people that make the Hitman series. So I don't know, man. A lot of it looks very polished, and if you're getting the game, it definitely looks like one of the more quality ones this year. So
I would
definitely
agree as
something to
well.
look forward to.
All right, so Angel, I've just posted the links. So the first one is the James Bond one.
Shoot.
That's a 1-2-3 though. That's a 1-2-3. That's big points.
You say you posted the
I didn't catch your
James
name.
Yeah.
Bond, right?
Yeah, I posted all three of the links in the group chat. Hopefully we still got Angel with us.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm trying to see
Okay.
if it's working. I don't think so.
You gotta
Didn't
get off
catch your
those forums. Stop talking to the marathon heads, man.
Wait, no, stop.
He talking to the marathon niggas. Caleb lost to Marvel Rivals, man. He ain't coming back.
Nigga, I ain't lost nothing. Nigga, I've been winning. I won 2 seconds ago.
Okay, well, hey, listen, nigga, we can hear your audio in the background, bro. So
You can hear what in the background?
Born again.
we can hear your audio, game audio in the background.
Really? That's
Yeah, man.
wild. That's some
We hearing
glitchy stuff.
hearing terror shit.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm going fantastic on these ninjas, man.
Nah, but I will say, Sam, these dudes are like some high quality games, like all three of these.
I know.
I'm especially looking forward to the Souls-like one.
Yeah, the Projekt Rabbit, Alice in Wonderland,
Bond is immature and reckless.
Yes, sir. Alright, so first we got
James Bond,
007,
Issues with
Diablo
authority.
7, James Bond.
Do you mind telling me why I'm here?
I want to make you a spy.
It looks good.
Right, my dear.
I never played a 007 game in my life though.
009.
I played the old ones back on the original Xbox, and they were all right.
Spies everywhere.
But this one looks like,
When you're ready, Bond.
this one feels like a spy game. The other ones just felt like some first-person shooters with like FPS. I mean, with spy elements.
Whatever his end game is,
Okay,
you
okay.
won't see it coming.
Dude look like he might have some suave to him, suave.
Right?
Definitely looks 007.
Now, is he good with the ladies? That's what I need to find out.
It's crazy, bro.
I feel like they will more than likely make him good with the ladies. You know, it is
Oh.
007 games.
Guess what? For you Switch heads, you can play this on Nintendo Switch too.
Hey man, shout out, man. Play this on the go.
They stepping up, Nintendo. Okay. And in the second trailer, Angel, we do have Fireteam Elite 2. That's supposed to release next month, actually. I think.
Nice.
If not, or in July. I could double check right now. It's supposed to release summer 2026, but not a specific date. Okay. So any moment now, this game will release.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, cause I do want to come back at least for the
The
rabbit. Yep.
Man, this looks so good. Reminds me of Left 4 Dead, but with aliens.
What is that? Alien?
Yep, Fireteam Elite 2.
It looks. You said Fireteam Elite.
Yeah,
That one looks
This is
pretty
the-
good.
It looks good.
This is saying the CrashOut's gonna be playing this.
When is this game coming
Come
out?
on, Nano! I need you to drop that blaster now.
When is the
Caleb
release
gonna be
date
like,
for
it
this
be your
game?
own teammates.
I chased the white rabbit, and when I woke up, I
And
was in a
you know, we say the best for last. You know, we had Pinocchio with Liza P. Now we have Alice in Wonderland with Projekt Rabbit.
Projekt Rabbit. Yeah, when I first saw this shit, man, I was like, damn, this look promising.
Can you imagine if Disney made this?
Yeah. They'll probably fuck it up.
A Mickey Mouse Souls-like would be crazy.
That's true. See, and this is why we got a shout out from Soft, man, because of FromSoft, all these Fire Souls like have been coming to fruition.
Created a whole new genre.
I feel like Souls-like is like, it's like one of the best, like, I feel like it's like a greatly adapted genre.
Yes.
I feel like they put their own, I feel like they're not trying to exactly copy Dark Souls and stuff. They all have their own spin.
They're all
to it.
inspired by it, so they want to use the elements that made it great for their own game as well.
Yep.
And that's what gaming is about, or game development, I would
agree.
say.
I agree.
Because it's all art, you know? You imitate what you see, right?
That's a Snapple fact. I feel like these people that are making these extraction shooters, it feels like they're just trying to make a quick buck.
Yes, and you can see it.
Yeah, but like when it came to the Souls games, I feel like the studios made that in silence. They're like,
Yep.
damn, they really paid attention to the craft, and then they added their own spin and twist to it.
I agree, because let's keep it a buck. When Elden Ring came out and was making his money, where was Disney then saying, "Oh, we're gonna partner up with you know, I don't know who, freaking not Fortnite, but we're gonna partner up with shit. Who's the studio behind Who's the studio behind Elden Ring again? I think it's
FromSoft.
Yeah, FromSoft. We're gonna partner up with FromSoft and make our own Disney spinoff. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't do that.
That'd be something. And
Why
I'm
didn't they do
glad
that then?
Didn't do that.
Why didn't Halo say, "Oh, we're gonna make a Souls-like Halo game"? You know what I mean? Why didn't PUBG say we're gonna make a Souls-like shooter? I don't know how you do that, but good luck. Like, where was all those people talking about, "Oh, we're making extraction shooters"? Why didn't you guys come out with a Souls-like game?
Hey man, listen, I don't know what their deal is, but it's not looking good for them, man. If they kind of
It's not.
that shooter with it. See, the
honestly,
thing about the Souls games is that there's they're like such quality games, and like I feel like because FromSoft has popularized it, they all it's like a lot of the Souls fans, they like play all of the games.
yep. And if yours is trash, ain't no one playing your game.
Yep. So, you know, it's there's more Souls-like games coming out, but they don't look cheaply made.
Yeah,
or
they look like they were stopped behind it
Hmm?
and a budget.
Yep. And from the looks of this Alice in Wonderland one, it's looking like it's gonna be more of like a darker tone type of Souls game.
Yep,
Kind of more of like a Lies of P
I agree.
looking. So, you know, maybe I don't know if it's gonna be as dark as like a Bloodborne game, but it definitely looked like it got some promise. So we will be keeping our eye on it, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's a Korean studio that's making it.
Is it? Is Nova a Korean-based studio? I can look.
I'm not sure because
I
I
wouldn't be
don't know
surprised
like what
though.
they made. Cause I know First Berserker was Korean.
Yeah, they
right?
are Korean. They're a South Korean studio, Nova Flare.
Okay,
Oh, so we
okay.
was right. It is a dark fantasy reimagining of Alice in. Yep. So
Yep,
everybody
just
in the
like Lies
comments
of
was
P.
just joking, but this is actually Alice in Wonderland. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's basically that's why I said it's like Lies of P because it's basically that with Pinocchio.
So hold on. This studio was founded by veterans from NC Soft. What games did they make again? I know this name. I need to think about what games they
I've
made.
also heard of this studio
Oh,
before.
so they made Guild Wars 2, Aeon, Blade and Soul, Lineage 2. Damn. So they made a lot of MMOs. This is kind of outside of their realm of expertise.
Okay, okay, so it's some new soil for them.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, dude, it does this this Alice game. It doesn't have like a release date or anything, right? It just had the little teaser trailer.
I can look that up right now too. I would assume it's coming out next year or late this year.
Yeah, because I didn't see a date in the trailer.
Oh, so there's no official date confirmed yet.
Okay,
So
just
I
gonna
would
have to keep our
assume
eyes
most
on
likely
it.
next year.
More than likely. Hopefully the process goes good for them. And hopefully the game is optimized. And as long as it got those things too covered, it looks like it could be a quality game. So, you know, hey man. Souls it doesn't look like there's gonna be a shortage for Souls-like games.
No.
And we still have Beast of Reincarnation coming out, so that's and also Phantom Blade Zero. So,
Mm-hmm.
got some stuff in the future for fans of that genre. But I think I guess that's pretty much it in terms of the topics. So I guess Mr. Sammy, is there any like final thoughts you'd like to share before we like head off?
Horizon 6 nomination for Game of the Year. Let's get that going, guys. Let's start the hashtags. Let's get it trending. And I'm excited to see what the rest of this year holds for gaming because so far I've been enjoying what I've been playing. I'll start one game and I can't finish because another one comes out. That's actually a good problem to have.
Yep. Third world problems.
Yes, sir.
Or first world.
First world problems. But apart from that, waiting on the newest chapter for Kingdom coming out in June. Oh man, it's been a
Kingdom
long
Come
wait.
Deliverance.
Hell no, I'm talking about Kingdom the manga, bro. But yeah, apart from that, life's good, man.
Okay. Bet. Shout out, Mr. Samuel L. Sammy. Well, but for me, I would say, for me, I guess my final words would have to be, another great episode. A lot of games to look forward to. I'm kind of like in the same boat as Sammy right now. It's a lot of good quality games to play, so it's kind of hard to find time to play all of them. But right now I'm on my pragmatic stuff, and that game's going pretty fire. And then after that, then I'll be on Sorrows. So
And then
pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, we'll see. I do have some other games that are coming out, like Adventures of Elliot.
You better play it quick, or you're gonna lose that license.
Listen,
I'm just playing with you.
It's a lit time to be a gamer, but it's also an expensive time to be a gamer.
It is. You gotta pick and choose.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like if you're a bookworm. I mean, there's like millions of books. You can't read them all, so you got to pick and choose which ones you're gonna read.
That's a Snapple fact. And I guess the last thing I want to say is, next week is gonna be heavy because we got the state of play.
Oh, okay.
And we got the state of play next Tuesday, and on Friday we got the Summer Game Fest. And bro, I'm so hyped for next week, bro. I literally took off of work on Friday so I can watch the Summer Games.
Oh shit! And the Xbox showcase is on Sunday, June 7th. So that's all next week.
It is, and the I don't know when Nintendo's is having theirs, but I know for the state of play, Sony said that they're they might show some. Well, they're definitely showing Wolverine stuff, so that's pretty exciting. But they might they thinking about tapping back into some of they older, more signature games, and so that's gonna be.
Man, they got no choice.
It's hype, man.
They realized the live service shit was not working, and they had to go back to the drawing board, and this was the only play left.
Yep. So, hey, I'm excited for that, man. But I'm leave it off to you, Mr. Caleb. Any final statements?
Hey, stay fantastic, fellas. That's my final statement.
Okay. Shout out Mr. Caleb, man, on his Marvel Rivals wave. Yeah, I guess Mr. Angel, it's all you, man. Take us away.
Oh shit! Well, great podcast. We talked about a lot of stuff. Big GGs had all the division players. Last week of division's gonna be spicy this weekend. To Bungie, I don't know what the hell's going on with Bungie. Bungie, Sony, sell Destiny to fucking Microsoft. Let Microsoft buy the Destiny IP, and you can literally make your money back that you lost, and Microsoft can just give Destiny to Activision, and they have studios that already worked on the fucking game, actually the best part of the games, and call it a day. I'll leave it off with that. I mean, shit, if you're not gonna make a Destiny 3, you might as well make money off of it somehow, right? But And yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff coming out later on this year. GTA 6 is still supposed to come out this year, right? Like, is there a release date, like an official one yet, or no?
Yeah, it's November something.
Yes, November 6th, I think, something like that. But
or 16,
and
something like that.
Apparently, the people of GTA, they're
Testing the waters,
constantly they're constantly reassuring people that this is gonna be the release date. So I mean, I'm still saying they're gonna push it back, but they trying to.
Man, I have PTSD with Rockstar, bro. PTSD.
Article literally about the CEO talking about, people are already paying more money for gas and other things and groceries. Who's to say they're not gonna spend money on GTA anyways? I was like, what?
I mean, that's fucking insane because motherfuckers gonna buy that shit with their last dollar, but fortunately for Rockstar,
for some people, bro.
GTA is a special case where it doesn't matter if the world is ending, people are gonna buy that game regardless.
Some people gonna quit their jobs to play GTA.
It's to the point. It's to the point to where a lot of games they're trying to avoid releasing around that time because they don't want to compete with it.
Yep.
So but you could continue, Angel.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, that's really all I have. Great podcast, everybody. Like the content, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. We'll see you guys next week for another podcast. Hopefully we get some more spicy news. You never know what's going to happen in the world of gaming, as we get closer to the summertime. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you guys on the next one, y'all. Welcome to the CrashOut.
Fantastic.
Again.
Hey, Bucky, I have like 0 playtime on that character.
What me miss? Same for still this. If you're never there, you feel this shit. What me miss? Yeah, baby, there for this. Late night, let the room breathe. Talk stay calm, but they run deep. No rush for feeling. Hay momento que solo pasan si tú estás aquí. Stream cut shot, but the vibes there. Clips can't catch it the same way. Si tú sabes, you know all good. Next one stream, that's how you understood. That feeling. That's timing. But me miss same for still is. Miss one night you feel this shit for me miss. You have to be there for this. CrashOut.